Starting my recording.
Yay! Okay, so who would like to help us remember what the heck happened? Does anybody have a lot of clarity? I at least remember, like, the beginning of the encounter a lot, because you guys made me facepalm so many times in such quick succession.
And most of the episode was just one encounter, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
Yes, it was. And it was started by you, if I recall correctly.
Woo! So yeah, the kid was knocking on the window. Eden let him in. Then I forget what it was.
Me.
That's right. He tried to blow dart you, and did successfully land one at some point. Yes. Oh, did he actually ask?
Essentially, yeah. I don't remember why. He said something, and I said, well, I guess I'm as close as you're gonna get. And then
he took that as a yes.
To blow dart me.
That's right. I gotcha. Yeah. So he tried to blow dart you. When that did not work, he revealed that Beryl the Barbarian was standing not too terribly far away from you, invisible-fied. Ridiculousness ensues. You do at some point become rendered unconscious, and Paul, hearing all of the calamity going on from your room, turns into a cheetah without actually having any kind of point of reference, or without anybody who wasn't in the room having point of reference for what the hell was happening, so there's suddenly a drunk cheetah. Let's see. Who clobbers himself into the door thinking he could knock the door down. Turns out a door is stronger than a cheetah.
I had new thumbs at the time.
I really loved that so much. Upon having the door opened for him, then leaps out a window. Who was it that cast the abyssal chickens?
Nate
created abyssal chickens at the bottom. There was a lot of stuff. What was that?
All the abyssal chickens got cooked, right?
Yes, yes. You guys successfully obliterated all of the abyssal chickens.
And Teffin, pretty much slept through it until I didn't, and then I came out. Then I came out
putting your armor on.
Yeah. You spent 90% of the session putting on armor.
Because the first time I came out, I had nothing on at all.
Yep. Naked gear dwarf.
Yep.
That's awkward for everybody involved.
Yep.
Leaves me asking questions that I don't know that I want answers to, as a matter of fact. Okay, so we have the abyssal chickens that eventually get fried. At some point, the kid goes very unconscious / about to dead. And had Eden not restored him, he would have died. Let's see. What all happened in that? Oh yeah, the immovable rod through the shoulder. That was awesome. I had not thought about using that as an improvised weapon. That was freaking brilliant. I love it.
Full disclosure. Since the day I've been playing D&D, I have always wanted a character with an immovable rod, because I have thought of so many things that I could use it for. And I am so happy that you were like, Jason, you have an immovable rod. And in my heart, I was yes.
But you don't do that out loud because your DM will be like,
never mind, I take it back.
What?
No immovable rod for you. I have been so pleased with every way you have used that. Was it a ridiculous thing to give you? Absolutely. Am I sad about it? Not even a little.
Hours of entertainment.
Yep, absolutely. Let's see. You guys managed to keep Paul from killing the people while they explain that they are the Wall, which is a really bad at it crime organization that's like they think that they're a bunch of Robin Hoods, but they kind of suck at being Robin Hoods. And that might depend on which ones you talk to. You don't know yet. You don't have a lot of context yet for the entire group, but this group is not apparently abundantly impressive. Let's see.
To come with us?
What was that?
Did we convince them to come with us, right?
Yes. I think you sent them back to where they came from with the understanding of meeting the next day?
Yep.
The next morning? Yeah. So yeah, they were intending on coming with you. Let's see. I'm trying to remember. Did you guys find in like something? Paul almost murdered a pixie, but didn't. But I
Not
don't
quite.
remember. I don't remember if that was like while Pyron was actively sending something, or if the pixie was bringing something back.
I think the pixie was delivering.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it was bringing something back.
Byron was sending the message at the very start of the session.
Yes. Okay. So did you guys like read any of the stuff? No? Okay. I couldn't remember that part. All right. Am I missing
Basically
anything?
covers it.
I think that's roughly it.
I think
Anybody
healing
else?
was doled out to the people that we stabbed, but
Yeah,
You
which
turned purple, blue, no, into a fuzzy purple
teddy bear. Yeah.
yes, that is right. Yep, Tip got turned into a teddy bear.
Oh, and I told Tip that he's not allowed to come.
Yeah, I feel like you definitely got the idea that he probably isn't okay with that. But we'll see how that plays out. Maybe he shows up, maybe he doesn't. Oh. What was that?
Right.
Sorry.
One of them can't speak. All he does every time he opens to speak, he has bubbles in his
Those
mouth.
bubbles.
Oh yeah, I think that was Ack the Mage. Also, I had there was a rogue, right? There was a female rogue that was trying. Somehow or another, I don't have her name written down anywhere. So
She was very good at what she was doing.
yeah, I mean that's fair.
Yeah, that was. I think she was the one that Paul was the most mad at.
But she stabbed me.
Yeah.
And then I wanted to kill her.
You definitely had the right to be mad. You got stabbed. So yeah, I don't know where her name went, but if you guys don't remember it, I will make something up randomly.
I've slept since then, and I've gone through billing right now, so I got nothing.
We will call her Anise.
Works for
I'll
me.
call her Star.
Star Anise. Yes. All right. So, with that kind of wrapping up where we were, do you guys are you doing anything special to end that evening? Are we gonna go ahead and give you the long rest and wake you up in the morning? How you want to do that? Anything special happening?
Oh, it also might be worth noting the whole police scene.
Oh,
I'm trying to remember how that played out. You're gonna have to
with the
remember.
broken window and
Teffin basically went down and pretended to be a servant of the house or whatever to pick up the glass pieces to mend the
Right.
the window that got busted through.
Be a servant for the building.
Yeah.
Yeah, I pretended to be one of the janitors or handyman or whatever, and went and got all the glass pieces so that I could put the window back together.
Gotcha.
but they couldn't figure out where it had all come from because it was too high up for them to see. But there was like blood on the ground and stuff, and explosions from Fireball, and
So they're So they're still trying to figure out what the hell just happened. Okay.
Didn't we complain about like the security of the place and get like a discount or something or a refund?
no, but I do think you made the girl at the counter cry because you
Yes.
said something to the effect of like, the security of this place sucks.
Yeah, you were giving her grief about that. You never actually asked to try to intimidate her into a discount or anything. She was very appropriately intimidated. But
Well, also, I don't think she saw Paul because everybody was under major illusion. Because I
that's
didn't want
right.
everyone to see us coming back into the room bloody and whatever.
Yeah, that's right. So she heard these voices and whatnot, but she didn't actually have she didn't know it was you talking. I forget. Did you illusion so that
It was
it
just Eden walking back in.
Gotcha. Oh, so now she just thinks you are an asshole. Oh, that's unfortunate. Or at least that you're incredibly upset with her. Okay. 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 All right. Anything else that I'm missing?
I think that's pretty much covers it.
Okay. Fair warning. I drank all of this probably in the last 30 minutes, so I'm probably gonna have to get up here in a minute and go see about that. But we can go ahead. Yeah, I have not been good about drinking it today because I've been pretty busy today, and I made up for it far too quickly without realizing what I was doing to myself. So, I will pause shortly, I'm sure. So, with that said, anything happening tonight that you want to deal with? Or are you going to go ahead and sleep through the night and wake up in the morning?
Paul's gonna get sleep and be very grumpy because he's been with this group and he keeps getting stopped from killing them.
Eden will actually make sure that each person in the party, he'll go up to each and every person and say, thank you
Aw,
for coming
you
to my
being
rescue.
nice and stuff. That's awesome.
I think Teffin had already gone back to his bathtub. If I
Did you
remember
lock
correctly.
the door behind you?
Yes.
Okay, well, he'll knock on the door, and if there's no answer, then he'll just say, thank you, Teffin. I hope nobody needs to use the bathroom. Good night.
That would be very unfortunate. You're 12 stories up, man. This sucks.
That's what windows are for, right?
Oh no. Oh, hope there aren't any. This is why
The
that market
guard's still down there.
disappears. Oh no. They're investigating and they're like, it's raining. Oh, this is not rain.
Purple rain.
Oh, why is it purple? Oh no.
Yellow, red.
If it's purple, you should see a doctor.
Yes, definitely. Or at least get a drug test. Oh no, we lost him.
I'm still here. I'm just switching over.
Okay, no worries. Okay, so you will notice when you go to say goodnight to Pyron, there is a pixie bringing a letter back at about that time. So, wait, no, she already brought one back. Never mind.
Yeah,
My
and then
bad.
Paul tried to kill her, and then she left in a huff.
Okay, so never mind. Scratch that. My brain just flipped that around funny, but yeah. So yeah, you'll see the letter stretched out on the desk, but unless you actually care to read it, then it won't matter. Okay. So the next day?
Sure.
Okay, so the next day.
All right.
Yeah, the next day.
You will all awake to the sound of a very firm knock on the door. Pyron? Pyron?
Hello?
you will see a very large, or actually, I forget, how tall are you?
Eden's actually fairly tall. He's like almost 6 foot.
Okay, so he's taller than you still. He's probably about 6'3", 6'4",
Oh, yeah.
something like that. Like, sizably tall fellow. Very broad-shouldered, it looks like he's very well put together, except that he's suddenly not. It looks, he's got a very, very nice, you know this person, like Steven knows this person. He's got tight curls of blonde hair, the kind of same starry shaped, well, actually, no, Pyron would not have those. He would have had black eyes. But golden stars in his eyes, very chiseled features, broad shoulders, all of that good stuff. White tunic top that has like a kind of a button flap in the back, so that he would have space for his wings to grow. Actually, you had just been below, right? This is the first time you've been. Okay, so yeah, you probably haven't seen a celestial before, other than Pyron. So he's a large man, very, very well built, and looks as though he fell down a chimney to get here. So very frazzled, but it looks like he probably wasn't like a few minutes ago.
Would you like to come in? Actually, hang on. Maybe that got me in trouble before. You were looking for pirate. I almost got kidnapped last night because they thought I was a prince, but I'm not a prince. And anyway, hi, I'm Eden.
Talon. He'll extend his hand and shake yours. I'm very sorry. You did say Pyron was here, right?
Oh,
Paul
yes,
walks
sorry.
across the room at this moment, completely naked.
Yes.
Did you know that there's a naked gnome just over there?
Eden starts to turn to look, and is like, oh, nope. That happens sometimes.
He just kind of. Fair enough. I don't judge.
Yes, you're Pyron. One moment, I'll get him if you would like to step in. There's alcohol still behind the counter. Feel free. And he'll go and knock on Pyron's door.
No answer.
Knock again.
No answer.
Sorry, your name was what
Callan.
again?
Callan.
Callan. Yes, it is a pleasure. He is probably very hungover. We had a very long night.
I'm afraid I really need to see him now.
Okay. And Eden is just gonna kick in the door, right at the door handle.
Oh, I was going to perhaps suggest picking the lock or something, but fine.
Who's this guy?
His name is Callan. He is looking for Pyron.
Who's Pyron?
Are you you're sure you travel with him, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Is he in the room?
Nope.
After Aiden's kicked open the door? Is the window open?
Yes.
Shit. He's not like a prince or something, right?
Oh, far from it.
Well,
he
maybe got kidnapped too.
He's just gonna kind of push past you and start like looking around and examining.
You got me dirty. What did you?
I'm sorry.
What's wrong with you?
It was very important that I got here quickly, and I had a friend send me. The friend got testy. He's a little temperamental today, and he decided to deposit me into the shades.
Eden, who the heck is this guy? I say as I scratch myself.
This is Callan.
It's very good to meet you. He'll think about it. Like, you see him go to extend his hand and
I
then pull
grab
it
it.
back.
I just stop scratching and grab it. Just shake the hand. And then I pull him in like a little close, like uncomfortably close, and I say, "How can we help you?"
You can begin by perhaps releasing me. And pushes away a little bit and it takes out a handkerchief and starts to like wipe his hands and tries to pass it off like he's just wiping the soot from his hands. He's so grossed out right now. And kind of takes the time to prestidigitate himself to looking a little bit more like himself. He is immaculate and gorgeous.
How did you know that we were here?
Hiron notified me and asked me to meet him as soon as I possibly could. So that is why I'm here. And if he is not here, and you say you had been kidnapped earlier this evening?
Attempted.
I just walk up with the sheets and without even looking, just drape it over Paul and just be like, "Yeah, it was a wild night last night.
So I
There's a
see.
lot of moving parts. Do you have any idea where Pyron might have gone?"
No, although my associate could scry on him to find out, but I'll have to get back to her, which means going back to the shade from whence I came. But it is absolutely vital that I find him as soon as humanly possible.
For what reason?
A matter concerning his health that he was beginning to question and asked me to see about. I would care not to divulge any secrets unless he already has notified you.
No, I did not know that he was sick. He should have told us. We're on a very important mission. That would have been very unfortunate.
And it might be in the process of being very unfortunate right now. So, unless you feel as though the people who kidnapped you previously had reason to come back and kidnap him, I feel as though this might involve more of the reason I am here.
Oh, no, those people were really, really bad at kidnapping.
I
don't think they could have
assume, seeing
gotten
as
him.
you're still all here, I don't mean to interrupt your mission. I will see to Pyron as best I can. I will seek him out and see if I can find him.
Do you have a way that you can keep us informed? He is a friend of ours.
Perhaps. I would have to seek you out again in a moment and get a sending stone to you, but I could do so. I've got associates not far. That I could procure such a thing from and be able to communicate back and forth with you, perhaps.
I would appreciate that. I am worried about him now. It is really unfortunate.
Has he been behaving strangely around you? Have you noticed any outbursts?
Only when he was angry at a little kid.
Excuse me. That's not a good start, is it?
He looked like a teddy bear at the time, but he was little. He was one of the ones who tried to kidnap me, so it is understandable that Pyron was angry, but it was strange that it was so focused.
You know, for a moment I thought that was odd, and then I remembered some of the young ones I've known in my history, and actually that makes quite a bit of sense. Do you have any idea where in town he might have gone for me to attempt to track him down first? If I can find him soon, without having to have my friends cry, that would probably be the most useful thing. I don't want him to have to wait any longer than he has to. He's already put this off far too long. I tried to convince him to come with us before, but he decided that the risk was too great.
The last place I remember we stopped, he and I was at the temple, I believe. That is the only place that I am aware of that he might know.
All right.
What's the range on our message jewelry?
A mile, I believe.
Yeah, I think it's a mile. I believe.
I don't know why I didn't think of that myself, but yeah, good call.
I was thinking about it, but I was like, Paul would not think about it.
Yeah.
So
Well, I'll give that a try. I'll just grab my necklace and say, Pyron, your friend's here looking for you. Can you tell me where you are?
You actually do get a response. It's almost a screech in response that kind of like it would be almost akin to, except you can tell that this is something bodily making this noise. Kind of like the feedback you get when microphones are doing something wonky. Just a really loud like screeching in your ear. Yeah, I can't make that sound. Don't look at me in that tone of voice, Steven. Yeah, I can make a lot of sounds. That's not one of them. So yeah, you get that in response, and it sounds like just pain.
do we all hear it or just the?
You would all hear it probably. If she sent it on an open channel, it would return back thusly.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, what was that?
What?
He might have
He's
been
within a
eaten by
mile.
something big.
He might have been eaten by something big, but within a mile.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go. I
Probably
will
dead.
find a way to get back in touch with you. And he's just gonna take off. he starts like, actually, yeah, he's got wings and there's an open window. He's just jumping. He's gonna jump out and unfurl. Like you just see two giant white wings unfurl. And he's gonna glide down. And there's still like crime scene tape around the perimeter and whatnot. The officers are no longer there, but they're trying to preserve that. It just lands right in the middle of it and takes off.
Well, they just let anybody into these places, don't they?
Well, they
I
let
think,
us in.
unfortunately, that was all my fault. I let us in, and I let him in, and I let the kid in.
You would
I'll,
see he seems to be running with a great sense of direction towards a staircase that leads kind of down into an let me see if I can play this in the map. So like he seems to be headed towards one of the staircases off of Monument Park that would go into the maintenance area where the kind of the pipes for the water system and whatnot run. So kind of from where you guys are facing out over the Vanishing Market, he's headed. The market has not established yet. It's still early enough. This is probably like 4 o'clock in the morning.
Oh.
So he's bolting like northeast into the corner by the park off of the circle.
So kind of in this area here then.
Oh, it helps if I actually hit the watch stream button. Yes, that area.
I look at Eden and I just go, well, I hope he finds his friend. What are we doing today?
Ouch, man.
I think we should probably go help find his friend.
Why?
Because he's our friend too?
Who is?
Pyron? The one with the creepy wings and the, like...
I have no idea who you're talking about. Who's Pyron?
You know our other friend that we travel with.
Which one? The one with the wings?
Yep.
Oh, I thought his name was Local. At the first game, when he introduced himself, he said, I am a local. and I wrote down his name as a local.
I love that so much.
And the gears are just turning behind Eden's eyes, and it suddenly just clicks like, oh.
Everything about that.
Yep, him. We need to go find the local.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, we need to figure out where he is. Wait, is that the same guy?
Yep.
So why is he calling him Pyron? I don't think they must be very good friends if he doesn't know his real name.
Perhaps not, no. But because we care about him so much, we should go find him.
Okay, I'm in.
I will send my owl, who has a name that I keep forgetting. He's only my friend. Out after Talon.
Wasn't it
I was thinking it was Archimedes.
Archimedes,
yeah.
yes.
Archimedes. Okay. I'm gonna send Archimedes out after Talon.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna say follow him, and when he finds Pyron, come back to me.
So your owl will follow, and as your owl follows along, like Callan kind of turns back. Are you doing well? No, it has to stay close for you to see out of his eyes, doesn't it?
Yes, it's 300 feet, and then I lose it.
Okay, he does a pretty decent job of keeping up, so you can start off kind of seeing, and you can see like Callan looks over his shoulder and realizes what you're doing, and just is like, and gestures for the owl to come along. You're gonna lose it before it gets out of the market. That's a pretty broad area, but you know that your owl is being led at this point to wherever Callan is going, whether Pyron is there or not. Your owl will at least know where Callan is. Are you guys like?
Yeah,
what is your preferred exit strategy? Because it's been a lot of things that I wasn't expecting it to before. So,
okay, so from last game, we were supposed to meet the people from last night this morning.
Mm-hmm.
Don't remember what we said we were gonna meet though.
Or if we set a time or anything like that.
Well, I think in the game we just basically said that to, get through it. We just said you discussed a time and a place, and we kind of moved on. So I would assume that we probably would have told them to just come meet us here, since this was the only location everybody knew.
Sure.
Makes sense.
Okay. So I would say let's see if we can leave a note with the front desk staff, innkeeper, whatever you call them, and then just so these people know we didn't just ghost them, and then we go find Pyron.
Okay. So
yeah, I hope it's a different staff member.
so, as you guys go down, you do see the lady that was there last night is still sitting there and like is talking to the police officer, like going through the books and say, like talking about like not really knowing what might have happened because there wasn't really anything that was super noteworthy that was reported from inside the hotel, anything like that. And
it happened fast too, like
yeah. So like she's kind of, you get the impression that she's been here all night and telling the same thing over and over again because she doesn't have a lot to go on. So they just keep asking her over and over again because like she's the only person that has any information, and it looks really suspicious that she saw something and no one else reported it. But she's not sure what she saw, so it just makes her look real shady. So she's sitting there like really tired. She sees Eden come around the corner and just like
no, it's okay, sweetie. Oh, sweetie, it's okay. It's okay.
But
don't worry, it's not your fault. Officer, may I speak with you?
Of course.
If you guys want to go ahead, I will catch up in just a moment.
No, I can help. I can talk with the cops too.
Yes.
I'm just going to put my hand on Paul's shoulder and steer him away.
Listen, I got a lot to say. I'm just saying.
I want to have a private conversation with him, and he'll wink at Paul.
Okay.
Dang it didn't work. So he'll actually take the officer by the elbow.
So Eden, don't forget to tell them about the suspicious janitor we saw.
Yes, that and Crochet.
Yes.
Officer, and he'll take the officer by the elbow and just walk towards the crime scene with him.
Yeah. So you saw something too, I take it.
Well, yes and no. And he'll sort of try to get conspiratorial. You have to understand. You have to understand. We are chasing a man named Crochet. Crochet the Deathless. We were there when he escaped his prison. And when he took the prince captive. We believe that he was passing this way, and that the ruckus that happened last night was of his doing. It appears he had some sort of a scuffle, and we are in the process of chasing him down. However, the young lady here was simply doing her job. I did pass by her on my way back to my bedroom, and the poor young lady was practically in tears. I don't believe that she would have any more information for it.
Those are all good things to know. This Crochet character. He's on the loose again, I take it. You're having to run him down. What's he look like?
Jeez, it's been a while. The last time we saw him, he was an emaciated looking, but he was gaining strength, so he has likely changed his visage. He was like an old man, very how would you say, like a raisin almost from a grape. You could tell there was more to the man, but it was shrunken almost. I don't remember any more specific details than that.
That's okay. As he transformed formed into a rather beastly kind of thing. It might be hard to describe. So,
but he was changing as we watched him, and we were tasked by the one that I assume is now the crown princess, with tracking
Maria?
down this Crochet. Yes.
Oh no. So all the hubbub about the crown having passed is true?
Yes, unfortunately it is.
Oh dear. That's gonna complicate things quite a bit. Oh, rest her soul, the queen. All right.
But I would suggest that if there are any defenses for the town, that they be at least alerted. But we have reason to believe that Crochet is heading for the wall. That is where we are going.
All right. I'll see to it that all of the troops are alerted. We'll make sure that we're running through the town well, trying to our best at least to keep the people safe. Thank you, sir.
Indeed. It pains me to ask, but is there any supplies that we might be able to use in our journey? Especially when we have to travel as far as the wall. None of us are familiar with the area. A map would be good. If we have any kind of magical assistance that you could provide, that also would be helpful. If not, I understand, but...
Well, we've got, of course, an armory and such, so we've got... I'm not positive that any of them will outdo any what you got. We've got a small mages guild within the system, but if they're defending the town, I don't know that they'd be much help to you. Most of our magical things, they actually come from local shopkeepers and stuff. So as far as a stockpile of supplies, it's the armory and nothing particularly magical that we keep just on hand. That it's all for use by the people using it.
Sure. I understand. Thank you. I do appreciate anything that could be done. But do keep the people safe. That is a top priority.
Yeah, if you need anything from the armory, you're welcome to look. I just don't know that it would do much good beyond. I see that man has a hefty. As she kind of points over to Paul, like some of you already look quite well armed. I'm not sure you're going to find much better than that, unless you're talking about like cavalry armaments and stuff like that.
No, thank you. I appreciate your forthrightness and your effort in seeking a lead. I understand that quite a few of you were up quite late last night. I apologize that I did not come to inform you earlier, but we had a bit of a rough go ourselves.
Well, I'm sorry for that, for your troubles, but thank you for trying to see about the situation, and I wish you the best of luck, really. I'll try and make sure everybody stays alert and tries to stay safe, and I'll let the poor girl off the hook. She's had a long night. He'll just kind of like nod and tip his hat to you. If you need anything else, just find me. I'm usually at the North Street department, and just kind of tips his hat to you and walks on.
Sorry, I think my son was screaming. We're good.
So, this is just a kid screaming. It's okay. It's fine. No.
So he's taken to doing this thing where he'll just, like, not crying, but just...
And then stop.
Yeah.
I have a voice. Hear it!
Okay, and then Eden will just come back to the rest. No magic items, I'm afraid.
The girl is kind of sitting there just like waiting to see what happens, and the guy's gonna come over to her and kind of pat her on the shoulder and kind of tell her that it's all right and that she can go home. And the person that's actually at the front desk now is kind of watching all of this unfold, still scratching their head trying to figure out what the heck's happening.
So are we chasing after the angel dude, the celestial guy?
Yes, please.
Okay.
So you guys are hightailing it after them. Do you leave a note for your friends?
Yeah, I would have written it while Eden was over talking to the officer. And I don't give any specifics, so just, we will be back. Sorry.
Gotcha. All right.
I only paid for one night, so he's gonna go back over to the receptionist. Excuse me. We rented the top room last night. Apparently there was a cancellation. Anyway, after the kebab last night, we have some friends that were supposed to meet us, but we need to step out for a little bit. The room, of course, can be rented out. I don't wish to deprive you of that, but could it perhaps be held until evening, so that we can return and gather our things to leave?
I think that should be doable. No one else has reserved that book. That book. Let me try that again. No one else has reserved that room for the evening, so I believe that should be perfectly suitable. Usually, that's for high nobility and royalty and such. So,
Thank you.
That frequently stays open.
Thank you very much.
And he'll just kind of give you a nod and make sure that he kind of tucks the note into a place where it's very visible, but he'll fold it and jot a note on top of the backside of it, so that if he's not the one that is working the desk when they arrive, that whoever will see it will just know what it's about and what to do. So yeah.
So let's go.
Right. So you get about halfway across the Vanishing Market Square, where people are starting to kind of come in with their various like I'm sorry, brain, no worky good right now. Booths and
Carts,
things.
goods.
Yeah, carts, booths, all of that. Like a few people are beginning to set up, but they're still pretty empty. Your owl kind of comes out from under that area, looking like a bat out of hell, just flying towards you in a hellfire panic. And comes back and just like lands on your shoulder, digs its claws in for a second, and then bolts back, expecting you to follow. Like it's not an injury dig in, but it is a definite like need you now, mom, need you now. Kind of a vibe. And
I don't even say anything. I just follow, like running.
Good deal. So running after.
Running.
Guess I'm a running dwarf.
Yep. Let me find my thing here. Yeah.
A running mechanical dwarf.
Okay.
You jingle when you run. Ching, ching, ching.
Yeah, a little bit. Cheek,
Yeah.
cheek, 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 cheek. Although it may also be the armor that I'm wearing. You're not real sure.
Perhaps. So you get underneath this area, this little staired area into maintenance, and you can hear a clattering sound from ahead of you, and a lot of like grunts of severe effort happening. And as you kind of come around the corner, how many do all of you have dark vision?
I do.
Okay. Who all has dark vision?
Oh wait, I might not.
I have dark vision for 120 feet.
Nice.
I'm a
Awesome.
drow.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
you are.
Dirty drow.
You racist.
I actually don't think I do.
Changelings do.
Okay.
Do they? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
At least the new changeling. The old one does not. It's in the book, the Eberron book.
Gotcha.
I thought that was the one I used.
So Steven, you do or you don't?
I'm looking it up.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Because my particular tiefling variant may not.
I know tieflings do.
Generally, yes. Mine just may not.
Actually, I think I may be using the old one, and so I'm not sure that I do either.
Well, this will get interesting in a hurry then.
Okay, I do. Sorry.
Okay.
So it sounds like everybody possibly not the changeling.
Possibly not the changeling.
Uh,
So you guys see, and Keith, you can tell me if you see it as you discover if you can or not. But you hear first the voice of Callan ahead of you going, "Shit, Callan, shit." And you hear like this kind of wailing and writhing sound, and as you round a corner into this kind of, I won't say sewer system, but kind of maintenance underground kind of a thing, there are many coldriths, like huge spider things, all over the freaking place, and he is having to fight them off. So you see 6 of them. One of them, there were 7. One of them is already dead, and Callan has a large sword in his hand and is trying to fight these things off by himself, which he seems to be doing a good job, but also he is massively outnumbered. So you can do with that what you will.
How far away are we?
At this point, I will say as you round the corner, you're about 60 feet off. So if you, let's see, I guess this is a go ahead, and if you intend on jumping in and fighting, go ahead and roll me initiative.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I assumed. I mean, you finally get to hit
Paul's
something.
like, I'm gonna kill them.
Yes, I'm going to hit something, and it's something I'm even supposed to.
Yeah, so apparently I've got the variant of Changeling that does not, in fact, have dark vision. So, yay.
No worries, no worries.
So we hit one of those steps in the dark, and you hear a, oh, ow, thud, 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 thud.
Oh, man. Everybody roll me a dex save. As you're now having to dodge a rolling dwarf on the stairs. What was that, Thea? Oh, you do not dodge the rolling dwarf on the stairs. You are knocked prone by the dwarf on the stairs.
24.
24. You hear first the and the thud of the initial fall, and you continue to hear him thudding towards you, and just magically manage to lift up in a leap at the same time that he is rolling underneath you. If you want to do anything cool off of him or whatever, feel free. But
Can I
yeah,
grab him and stop him?
Yeah, sure. Roll me athletics.
Oh, that's not good. I mean, I got good athletics, so that would be a 15.
Yeah, I mean, he's just falling. He's not being thrown at you or anything. So I'd say 15's big enough to. That's strong enough to stop.
Yeah, I just reach out and grab to keep him from tumbling all the way down.
Yeah. He probably appreciates that. Eden, what was yours?
15.
Yeah, you kind of hear him coming and manage to dodge out of the way. It's a near miss. It's not a graceful thing, but you manage. So Thea is currently prone. You've got a prone dwarf and a prone Thea. But no one is currently rolling down the stairs. So that's
I would like to, without breaking stride, try to pick him up with my just brute force, just get him back on his feet and keep moving forward. I don't want to miss the fight.
Yeah, athletics.
Oh, that is really good. That is 25.
Very nice. Teffin, you're not sure how. You were falling just a second ago, and now you are running strangely fast, upright, and it's as though you're being dragged along.
Huh.
You're not totally sure when you got back to your feet, but now you're there.
That's okay, because I can't see a damn thing.
Yeah.
It's
hopefully
okay.
whatever it is that's dragging you towards the noises of doom is
so there is so there's a little click, and then there's a high whine that starts up.
Well, we're moving really fast, by the way, because my movement speed is 35.
Okay.
I will use my action to dash, and because I have the eagle totem, I can also bonus action dash. So I am booking it to this fight.
But he's fast as lightning. Huh. Yeah.
Well, I hope you don't get there too soon.
Uh-oh. Okay, so now with the initiative thing, Thea, unfortunately, you're going to have to stand up before you can be very useful. But we'll go ahead, since there are other people already en route, let's go ahead and get the initiative order.
I rolled really low on initiative.
Uh-oh. What'd you get?
So, I got a 5.
5. Okay.
16.
16.
The one who can't see.
The one who can't see, 16.
You know, I do kind of feel like you should be at disadvantage for that, though.
Yeah.
Oh, did you already roll it at disadvantage?
Oh, no, I didn't.
Oh, yeah,
I mean,
roll me that at disadvantage. You can't see.
Okay.
And you're getting dragged along at...
Yes, at Mach 5.
Okay, 12 then.
5 feet.
I'm already going to have disadvantage on any attack I try to make. So
yeah, but you have to listen and try and figure out what's going on to be able to attack. So it still makes sense to have disadvantage on initiative.
Okay, good point.
Okay, Thea.
13.
13. Eden?
9.
Callan is already ahead of you guys. And the baddies are going to be after Teffin. Okay. So, this is the Earth. All right. So, Thea, you can go ahead and take your turn. You're the first person in initiative order, but unfortunately, you're going to have to use some of that.
Well, I'm going to stand up and huff. How far away did you say?
About 60 feet.
About 60 feet? Okay. I will use what's left of my movement, so like 15 feet forward. And then I will cast Fairy Fire on the Spider.
Nice. Interesting.
Good call. That's exactly what I was going to do.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Good deal, good deal.
It's a good spell. I'm trying to think. They have to make a dexterity saving throw against a 16.
Against a 16. Let's see what we got. We got 4 Spideys. No, we got 6 Spideys. I have 4 dice. What is their dex? Plus 3. Against a 16. 2 of the first 4 are going to make it. The other 2 make it. So 2 of them fail, 4 of them succeed. All right. So what happens with that? Like all of the ones...
The ones that fail are lit up in a violet light.
And so Callan has to make it too.
Callan has to make it too? All right.
Yeah.
Oh, it is each object in a 20-foot cube.
Callan makes it as well.
Okay.
That's okay. I've got targets now.
There you go. So everybody gets advantage on the 2 that lit up.
Awesome.
Well,
I am going to run to the bathroom really quick. I will be right back.
Everyone gets advantage except me. That just means I'm not rolling with disadvantage.
At least you got something to hit now, though.
Yeah.
Something.
It's better than nothing.
We just need someone to set up like a big fire.
Yeah, I don't really have any light or any. I have dancing light, but that doesn't give off a whole bunch.
I have animals.
Well, you want to try to talk these spiders down from an attack? You go for it.
I'm not going to talk anything into these spiders. I'm about to kill these spiders.
I said it's very uncalled.
I'm about to go on a spider murder spree. Are you guys going to stop me from killing these spiders too, or
I'm going to talk to them, so I need you to hang on.
You guys are the talkiest group I've ever been. Every other group I've ever seen has been like, let's murder everything. Like, hold on. We've destroyed them. They're almost dead. Let's have a conversation. The first time I play a barbarian, and it's like I get with the group that's all about, let's talk through our feelings. I'm over here like, I want to murder something. This is what I do.
We generally weaken them first, though. I mean, because they're easier to talk to.
Yeah.
When they've taken some damage.
I mean, we've been in, 2-3 fights where I've legitimately had a person at the, one more swing and I was going to get them. And you guys have been like, Paul, stop. Paul, stop.
Because you go after the one we need information from.
I go after the one that stabs me in the side. That's what I go after. The one that shoots me with a lightning bolt. That's the one I go after.
Totally fair.
The dogs that attack me and bite me, those are the ones I go after.
Sorry about that.
No problemo.
I always get nervous when I sit down after like coming back from something and Steven is grinning like that. I don't know. It makes me nervous.
I barely said anything. My wife turned the light off on me.
Well, I would take it back, but it still makes me nervous. I'm just saying. Okay, so Thea did the thing. Teffin.
Oh, real quick, on a bonus action, I'm gonna hex the spider that dude is fighting. What's his name?
Callan.
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 All right.
So I'm gonna give it disadvantage on strength.
Disadvantage on strength?
Yes.
Okay, so that's the one Callan is fighting. All right. That is not one of the fairy fired ones. All right. Now, Teffin.
Okay. All right. So Teffin, so you guys can see Teffin grabs a hammer out of his belt, and he pulls it out, and he runs it across his gauntlet, and as he does, it sort of catches like ridges in his gauntlet, and it's just one of those, and one of the spiders that he can actually see that's been fairy fired is going to be the target now of his shatter spell that's going off, and so you hear this ear-shattering kaboom emanating from that spider.
Kaboom!
Okay.
So everything within a 10-foot radius, so I don't know how many of those that is, but each creature in a 10-foot radius needs to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
And
there's one behind and one to the side that'll probably be in that.
Okay. And the DC is 15.
Okay. And it's a con save?
Con save, yes.
Okay. One of them makes it. So the one behind it makes the save. That one and the one beside it do not.
Okay. So the
one next to Callan is one of those.
Okay, so
Callan probably has to make the save too.
Oh yeah, Callan would have to make the save too, or is it of your choice?
No, it's anything within the radius.
Oops. Callan rolled a 2.
All right, so how many of them made the save? Just one?
One of them made the save.
Okay, so Callan and the 2 that did not make the save take 13 points of thunder damage.
Okay.
And the one that made it takes half of 13.
13 points of thunder damage. Thankfully, Callan's a hefty guy.
Paladin.
Yeah. Alright. So the ones that make it take 7?
Yep, 7.
7. And 13. Okay. Good deal. Groovy.
And then I suppose I'll kind of be running alongside of Paul, I guess.
I don't know if he's even let you go yet, so probably. But yeah, you hear a grunt from Callan, but he doesn't seem abundantly upset about it because he can tell that you're hurting the spiders, and he's quite glad for that. All right, is that it for you?
That is. Yes, that's going to be it for me.
So, Paul, you and well, are you trying to keep pace with Paul and Teffin, Eden?
I don't think I have any chance of being able to.
Okay, gotcha.
Because
So you
I have
wouldn't
a 30-foot move speed, so...
Range 30 to 60. Okay. So...
Full disclosure, so I have not raged yet, so I do not actually get the bonus action dash on my last turn. So I will only have been able to move 70 feet.
Still.
But I would have liked to take that bonus action to rage in that last kind of step, if that's okay.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. That's fine.
Okay.
All right. So, 2 of the spiders, the 2 that are closest out in front of you, are going to attempt to web you guys. Oh, I think that's going to work because that's above a 20. Although you guys can roll a dex save. Excuse me. No, this is just an attack. Never mind.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's considered a ranged weapon attack.
Yes,
so
then that's gonna hit me.
All right. So yeah, you 2 are gonna be up in the lead. Eden would be farther back. So yeah, it's gonna be above a 20. I'm guessing that's gonna hit all 3 of you guys. Okay. So target is restrained by webbing. As an action, the restrained target can make a DC 11 strength check, bursting the webbing on a success. The webbing can also be attacked and destroyed. AC 10, 5 hit points. Yeah. Okay. So you are currently restrained by the webbing. Then you've got 4 that are going to make other kinds of attacks. Let's see. Paul, what is your AC?
15.
15? Okay. Some of these might not hit you then. Okay. So the first one is going to be a 13, so that's not going to hit. And that would be directed towards Paul. The second one would also be directed towards Paul, since, like, he is dragging Teffin behind him a bit. That one will hit. They're going to close the distance. And that's going to end up being a... Okay. 4, we're just going to do that. 12, 19. Okay. So that's going to be 3 piercing damage. And then that's going to end up being 16 poison damage.
16 poison.
Yeah. And then Keith, one of them is going to try to hit you. That is gonna hit because it's an 18. Well, I don't know. Is an 18 hit?
Yeah, 18 will hit.
So that's gonna be...
I always had to do the long sides.
4 piercing. And... 9 poison.
So 13 total?
Yes. And Eden, does a 12 hit?
No, but I haven't actually gone yet, so I think I'm still 60 feet away.
Oh,
If they're at me, that's fine.
Yeah, no, it wouldn't have gotten, like, the web would have gone that far, but he wouldn't have gotten to you yet, so.
Gotcha.
He closed the distance, so he's about 30 feet from you now, so never mind.
So
And it wouldn't have hit anyway.
Is there any sort of constitution save for the poison?
No.
Okay.
But I believe you do resist the damage anyway.
Why would
No, if it's like standard poison damage, you just take poison damage.
Yeah, you
but
just
you
take the
don't
poison
get, like,
damage.
condition
Oh, I forgot
Yeah,
you're
you
not
don't have
actually
the
a
poison
dwarf.
condition.
Yeah, I'm not actually
No,
a dwarf. I'm just playing one
Yeah.
on TV.
Sorry, my bad.
Yeah, but it's not the poison condition. It's just poison damage. So.
I know some poisons, some creatures' attacks, you actually get they deal the poison, and then you also have the save to resist the poisoned condition. So
Yeah,
that's what I was
those are
asking about.
nasty.
Yeah, those are
these aren't.
nasty.
Yeah, these travel in herds, but they're not that mean. All right, so that brings us to Eden.
Okay, well, apparently I have to get back out of this. So, well... Wait, so there's some within 30 feet of me now?
Yes, there is one that has closed the distance to you or is in pursuit of you that is 30 feet away.
Just one?
Yes.
Okay. That changes that.
Two are on top of the gnome dwarf hybrid. One is attacking Callan, one is kind of behind the gang, and then one is pursuing you.
Okay, well, we're gonna have to do something slightly different then. So, it is an action to get out of the web.
Correct. Yes, as an action, you can make the strength check.
Alternatively, you can attack the webbing.
And destroyed, yes. It has
Okay.
5 hit points. Vulnerability to fire damage, and immunity to bludgeoning, poison, and psychic damage.
Well, then we're gonna have to go with an attack and attack the webbing. Because... Oh, I mean, I might be fine, but I'm gonna go ahead and attack. So he'll just pull out his dagger instead of his sword. And we will make an attack. And I have a 6 to hit. Does a 24 hit the web?
Yes, it does. It definitely does.
That is a d4 plus 3 damage. Okay, 7 points of damage.
And that is the one that is attacking you. 7. Okay.
Just to the web, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, just
Thank you.
clearing himself of the web.
Yeah. So
And
you
then
managed to clear yourself with that.
when he's gonna move up 30 feet to be next to the one that is attacking Teffin and Paul.
All right.
And he is going to bonus action. His eyes go black for anybody who can see, and he sort of like gestures with the dagger to the thing, and he's going to death mark it.
Okay, so you're death marking the one that is one of the ones that are attacking them, right?
Yeah, the one that is right up on Paul.
Just gonna draw myself a little skull and crossbones here. Okay. You are death marked. All right. Good deal. Is that you?
That is me.
All right. Paul, hit some.
I have 2 that are in melee range.
2 that are in melee range, and you're webbed.
Okay. Of the 2 that are in front of me, are they fairy fired or not fairy fired?
Are they what? Oh, I'm sorry. Let's see.
Hi, baby.
Hello, Putty. Hello, Putty.
Hi.
One of them is fairy fired. Hi, friend.
Attack the one that's not very
Hello.
reckless attack, great weapon.
All right, and you'll have to blow one of those attacks to get out of the web.
Yeah, I don't want to get. If you're within melee range, I don't want to get.
Can you drive the motorcycle?
Now, with restrained, does that restrain arm movement as well?
Typically, it gives disadvantage.
Okay. Would you rather? I only heard little bits and pieces of that. Sorry.
So I'm fully restrained by the web. I'm not just held. I'm not held back.
It is. Yeah. It says restrained. So you could try and be at a disadvantage, or you can blow one of those attack strikes to bust out of it.
So a restrained creature's speed becomes 0. It can't benefit from any bonus to its speed. Attack rolls against such creatures have advantage, and the creature's attack rolls have disadvantage.
Okay.
The creature has disadvantage on dexterity saving throws.
So I'll let you pick how you want to handle that. That's fine either way.
So in that case, I will still take my attack, but I will take my attack to get the web.
And then use the rest on the
And then I'll use the rest on the spiders.
Go for it.
So that'll be a 20-something, something crazy.
Oh, heck yeah.
Yeah, 25, I think.
Pretty boy. He's
I
so
love them little fly bats.
16 points of damage.
16 points of damage. Oh, yeah. It's gone.
Okay. So having done that, I will then take my extra attack. Oh, quick question for you.
Uh-huh.
No, I don't. Never mind. I don't think it would work under this condition. Because of Great Weapon Master, if I take the thing I'm attacking to 0, I get just an extra attack automatically. But this is webbing, so I can't imagine that would make sense in the situation.
I think you have to take it. In this. Is it take it exactly to 0?
Well, if it goes down to 0 or you kill it, you just automatically get another attack.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
That doesn't make sense with the webbing. However, since you took it, you obliterated the 5 hit points that this thing had and then some. So what I am going to do is say that you cleared it so well that since you and Teffin were under it together, you also cleared it for him.
That'll work. So I will take my extra attack on the one that is not fairy fired.
Do it.
And that is 15 to hit.
All right, and that is going to... Yes, that just makes it.
Okay, so that... Ooh, nice. 22 points of...
Very nice.
Slashing damage with my axe.
Very, very nice. I like it. All right, and you've got the 2 attacks, not a third?
No, I think I just... Yeah, 1 extra attack.
Okay. Cool. All right. Anything else as you got any bonus actions, anything like that?
Okay. I mean, I could bonus action dash, but you know what? Yeah, I'll just use my bonus action to kind of dash by both the spiders to get on the other side of them, so they're flanked.
That would create an opportunity attack, right? To get on
that's kind side. That's a DM choice because technically I'm not moving out of their range.
Yeah,
I'm staying within range.
Okay.
But I am passing by them, so if you want to have them take an attack of opportunity, I completely understand.
Like, are you running?
They have to do it at disadvantage because of my eagle totem.
Yeah. If you're running through them to get onto the other side, I would say that would probably motivate an opportunity attack as they go.
Yeah, go for it. Disadvantage for both attacks.
Oh, it helps if I roll 2 d20s instead of 1 d12. Okay, so both of those would hit. Oh, both of these probably will not. Okay, so let's see. You said okay, so one of them is 16?
That will hit.
Oh, will it? Okay. And the other one is a 12.
That will not.
Okay. So that hit is going to be 2 points of piercing and 9 points of poison. Good deal. So now they be flanked. All right. So Callan is going to take the one that is trying to eat him right now. All right. So you see, well, you guys are probably not actually going to see this because you're busy with the ones that you're dealing with. But he's going to take a slash and then like stab into one with the sword. And there's a bit of a kind of glow around and this pulse of light suddenly. And his eyes kind of stay haloed in gold for a moment. You can kind of see the spider like spasm for a second as like a pulse of energy goes through its form. And that brings us back to Thea. It's not dead yet, but that hurt it.
I will move forward with my movement. And so Paul has 2 spiders, Paul and Teffin.
Mm-hmm.
They're fighting 2 spiders right ahead of us.
Yes.
Okay. And then how far away is Dude Man?
Dude Man is about he's about like 20 feet diagonal to that, so like about 20 feet back and a little to the side.
Okay. So at the spider that's attacking him that I hexed,
Yes.
I will cast Eldritch Blast.
Very nice.
And I get 2. That's 12. And 14.
12 and 14. Nope. The AC's 15. You were so close.
So close. Okay. Well,
was a good shot.
That's my turn.
Sorry, Thea.
It's all right.
Safin.
All right, so there's the one that's right in front of me that just bit me and bit hard. Let's see. Yeah, I don't want to use my lightning launcher because it's ranged attack and I would have disadvantage. So I'm going to grab the hammer, and I'm going to take the hammer, and I'm just going to wail on it.
Go for it.
Across the head. Away.
The hammer is my penis.
But a 6 does not hit.
6 does not hit.
And sorry, that would have been a 7. I'm sorry, I hit the wrong thing. 7 still doesn't hit, but a 21 is going to, yes?
Yes. Yes, it will.
All right.
It's a quote from Dr. Horrible, just so everybody knows.
I don't know, out of context, it just was super awkward, but also funny. It's been so long since I've seen that. I do remember really liking it, I just haven't seen it in forever.
I mean, Nathan Fillion and Neil Patrick Harris.
Gotta love it.
And Tina Fey?
Yes.
Yeah, like it's hard to go wrong.
Was Tina Fey in it?
Is it Tina Fey or I forget?
I think.
I know the chick from the guild was in it. I can't remember her name right now.
Felicia Day.
Felicia Day. There we go.
Thank you. Yeah, not Tina
Fey. You had a crush on Felicia Day?
No, I just think she's really cool. Cool chick.
She seems real cool.
So it's only going to be 2 points of damage.
Oh man. And are you swinging at the fairy fired one or the
the one that's fairy fired that is right in front of me, I assume.
Okay. So yes.
Oh, well, I mean, I assume the one. Well, I guess I should have asked that. Is the one right in front of me fairy fired?
I mean, they're both kind of in my brain. You're kind of forming a square, so they're both sort of right in front of you, just at an angle. So,
but both of them are fairy fired.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's the important part. Yeah. And oh wait, hang on.
Now I've got the with my freeze ray, I will stop.
You know what I didn't do? I didn't do disadvantage.
Why do you have disadvantage?
Oh no! I wasn't restrained. Never mind.
Yeah, you're good. You're good.
I'm good.
You're okay.
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, and then
And
Nope, that's it.
Alrighty.
That's all I can do.
Baddies.
Because I'm not gonna move anywhere.
Okay. So Death Mark does what now?
It's only if I miss an attack.
Okay, never mind. Alright. Does Fairy Fire give them disadvantage?
Nope.
I think it just gives us advantage.
Okay, cool.
This is one of the reasons why I married you.
Makes them easier to see.
He's a good man. Alright. So, the one that attacked Paul, I believe, will miss. The one that attacks Stefan, I believe, will probably hit, because that's like a 24.
Yeah, that's gonna hit.
Alrighty. That is 3 points of piercing. And, ooh, that was an unfortunately high roll. That is 12 points of poison. And then...
So 15 total?
Yes.
Okay.
And... let's see, the Callan one... is apparently unhappy with being divine smited and misses. The one behind him is going to attack with a web and hit Callan, who is now like restrained in a messy wad of spider grossness on the floor, being attacked by the other one. Let's see. Oh, there is one that I forgot existed because he's kind of in the corner of the page, and I don't think I rolled for him last time. The one next to Eden is going to attack. And that's going to be an 18.
That hits.
Okay. So that's going to be... oh, that's too many d6s. 4 points of piercing. 8 points of poison. And this other guy that I kind of forgot to roll for last time is now going to start closing the distance towards Thea. And he is going to try and web her. That might fail miserably. That is going to be a... does a 12 hit?
12's it.
Oh no! And she gets spiderwebbed.
I can't wear armor.
You need to get some like weight or something.
I do need to get it. Well, I can wear light armor. That's it.
Do you have
I
any
have
at
to be able
all?
to move my arms.
Yeah, 12
Yes.
is too low.
You have to be able to interpretive dance your spells.
Yeah.
Well, we might have to stop by the armory then.
All right, so I'm restrained. Is that the deal?
Yep. We can't hear you, Danny. And apparently you can't hear us. We can't hear you.
Can't hear you. Can you hear us?
Can you hear me?
Gotcha.
Okay. Steven, speak? Okay. Before, you were the only person that was saying anything, and I couldn't hear you, so I thought it was a you thing. I didn't realize I had apparently stepped on whatever this little dealy-mabop is. Okay.
That's your push-to-talk button.
That makes sense. Yeah. Alright. Papa! Sorry, I'm easily distracted. So yeah, Eden, it's your turn.
So with the dagger that he still has in hand, he's gonna sort of like slice across his index finger. With his middle finger, he pops open his little compartment on his shoulder, and he runs his now bloodied finger across all of the strings, and it sends out this little bit of a spray as all of these notes come out, as each of the bells rings. And I need all of the spiders to make me a charisma saving throw.
Charisma save. Okay, so we're just going to do this in order of appearance on my paper.
And I'm upcasting Bane, by the way, at 2nd level.
What are they trying to make? Because I think all the first 4 probably failed.
DC 16.
Yep.
Oh,
okay,
is there more than 4?
There's 6.
Oh, then I'll upcast at 3rd level then.
Okay. Only one of them saved. With a nat 20. All of the rest of them failed. Okay, so what does this do?
So then, whenever a target that fails the saving throw makes an attack roll or saving throw before the spell ends, the target must roll a d4 and subtract the number rolled from the attack roll or saving throw.
Okay, gotcha.
So every time they attack, they basically need to roll a d4
and minus it.
Subtract that, yeah.
That's cool. It's a cool spell. All right. So, minus d4.
World's worst music.
What?
They call it the blood song.
World's worst music.
Indeed. All right.
It was basically just like a descending scale, but
what I've got in my head is the two guys with the Japanese whatever stringed instrument from Kung Fury.
Now I want to watch that again. Oh, I love that so much. Okay, Paul, batter up.
Alright, this is the one I hit with the all time.
Yep.
Reckless attack rate, weapon master.
Awesome. Do it.
Does a 20 hit?
Yes, it does.
22 points of damage.
Another 22? Awesome. All right, he's still up, but he's looking pretty bad.
Even higher, 24, 25.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, there we go. Now 27.
27 points of damage? How you want to do this?
Cleave.
Just cleave him right down.
In train.
So just you guys hear this like sickening crunch.
Sweet pupper.
Like,
she's doing so good. Yes.
Good puppy. So good. Yeah, you guys hear this awful sickening crunch. As just like the biggest watermelon crushing thing happens, and his head is just absolutely cleaved.
He wants the Gallagher.
Yep. He goes the Gallagher route. There was a splash zone involved. Teffin, you definitely are in the splash zone. Yeah, it's real bad. It's real bad.
I kind of imagine that scene from he like uses that axe to chop up all the bone ricks.
What was that? I missed part of that.
Have you guys watched Rick and Morty?
Oh,
some of it.
Yeah, I've watched it occasionally. I appreciate the writing. However, they yell all the time, and I can't deal with it for many episodes.
That's fair. They do yell a lot.
It's just how they speak all the time to each other, and it's too much for my brain.
Well, since I took the other one down to 0, I'm going to take my next attack on the standing.
Yeah.
Do it.
Ooh, this one might not hit.
Did you roll with advantage because it's very fired?
I did, but I rolled a 1 and a 4.
Oof.
Oh.
Oof.
Yeah,
So
probably.
I've got a 11.
No go.
Yeah, no.
It looks pretty scared of you at this point, but I mean, it's a giant spider thing, so it's not.
So which one did
smart
you?
enough to leave.
So you took down one of the ones that was next to
Not
me,
very
right?
fired.
But okay.
Yeah.
I specifically went after the first one, and then this one is, and it's next to me, so that.
Correct.
Okay.
All right.
Got it.
So, Callan is going to try and... Oh, nat 20. Yeah, we're doing this. Okay. So he's going to, like, you just hear him growling, and like he slices up through the web and comes right back down into the spider's head, and you get that same like sickening. It's not so much of the splash zone squish, but you still get the like squish stir kind of brain sound going on, and he pulls it back out, and he's just like really pissed off at this point. He is not happy with this, and you just kind of hear this, "Why did it have to be spiders?" And let's see.
Why did it have to be snakes?
Snakes. All right, so that one is dead. Okay. And like low-key, guys, I am not paying very much attention to how to do a paladin properly, because you guys are the star of this here show, so I am sure that I am not playing him optimally. He's a bit of a badass, but you guys are the stars of this show. So that is going to bring us to Thea, who is currently the star of the show that is also, stuck to the floor in spiderwebs.
It's a Tuesday.
I'm going to pull out my sickle and try to slash my way out of here.
Wait.
$12.
Yep, you're good. Double digits are enough for this spider web. You just gotta get it for more than 5 points of damage.
10.
Woo! You're free!
I am free.
Congratulations.
Okay, and then I'm assuming that his name's not Kevin. I want to call him Kevin. He's upgraded from Food Man, but
he's what?
Callan.
Yes.
He killed that spider that was attacking him.
Yes, he killed the one in front of him.
As a bonus action, I will move my hex to the one that webbed me.
Alrighty, that's the one I forgot about earlier. So now we've got a...
Coming for you, buddy.
Yep.
And we're gonna give him disadvantage upon
charisma checks.
I mean, it's a giant spider thing. It's already not great at that.
Wisdom.
Wow, that's fair. Okay. Disadvantage on wisdom. All right. Good deal. Zephin. What you got, home skillet?
All right, so I've still got the one right in front of me, right? Or the two, I guess, right in front of me?
Just the one now.
Just the one. Okay. All right, I've had enough of this. I'm gonna reach over one. I'm gonna reach over one shoulder, and I'm gonna pop up a little nozzle out of my armor. I'm gonna aim it at the spider. And I'm gonna push a button, and it's gonna be. I'm gonna hold it down, and it's gonna be Tasha's caustic brew, and it's a line 30 feet long and 5 feet wide that's spraying out of my armor here. So the creature right in front of me, the spider right in front of me, and if they're in a line, anything that's in that line, 5 feet wide, 30 feet long, has to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh dear. Okay, so right in front of you, like line shooting out.
It's a 30-foot line straight out, 5 feet wide, 30 feet long.
5 feet wide, 30 feet long.
I'll make that dexterity.
So real quick, I forgot you guys had weasels, and one of them just crawled right behind Keith, and I almost screamed.
Yep. This is Philippe. He came and found me. He's a sweetie. Yep.
Yeah. He thinks he's a dog.
He was our first ferret, and he thinks he's a dog.
Yep. He's a sweetie. They really are. At least when you...
Yeah, I don't want a pet rat.
Oh, these are definitely not rats.
No, they're not rodents. They are mustelids. So they're
smart like a dog or a cat.
They're real smart. They're kind of cousins to weasels and skunks and things like that. They are obligate carnivores, so they are meat eaters. They eat meat. Yes, you do. They're super smart and super sweet and really playful. And if you ever see one that is happy, you will know it, because they literally cannot contain happiness. They bounce. They're like Tigger. They bounce.
They're pretty great. So, okay.
So anything that's in that line, dexterity saving throw.
Okay. So in my brain, the way this looks, because you got on the other side of those two. So you just killed the one towards the wall of this little system. So you're actually out of the way of this, because he's having to point in towards the rest of the tunnel. So it's not a straight line. If you were trying to go for maximum damage in a straight line to the side, you can get 2 more of the spiders. I have to actually draw this out so that I know what I'm looking at.
I mean, if I can hit multiple spiders, then I will maneuver to do that.
Yeah.
Before I pull out the nozzle and spray it.
Okay, we've got one that's kind of like fighting Eden up here, and one that's fighting or is heading towards Thea. Okay, so you can get the one in front of you and the one in the far back. However, Callan is in between all of that, so he can also make that save.
Yeah, but Tefin can't see him, so...
I can't see him.
Oh,
I
that's
don't know.
right.
I don't know he's there. So
that's right.
Actually,
you would have seen the glow from the smite, but
is there just one that's fairy fired, or are there still both of them that's fairy fired?
I think there's 2 left that are fairy fired, right?
This one is
fairy that failed.
Yeah, this one is fairy fired. The one that is across on the other side is also fairy fired. Yeah.
Okay, then what I'm going to do, because those are the only ones I can see, I'm going to maneuver to line those 2 up and put them in a line, and that's my line. So
Callan is also going to make this save.
And if there's anything else, in that line, then they have to make the save. Yes, it is.
A dex save?
It is a dexterity saving throw. Yes.
All right. So 15.
15 is the DC.
Okay. And the other 2 are not going to make it. Okay. Oh, wait. This one's a 17. I was reading that wrong because I'm tired. So one is a 17, one is a... Well, yeah, that's still going to end up being that one saves and the other 2 don't. So...
Okay, so...
The one right in front of you does not save.
Okay.
Callan and the other spider... wait, no. The one in front of you does save. The other 2 don't. There we go. I'm sorry. I can't speak at this point.
Okay, so the one in front of me does, but Callan and the other spider do not?
Correct.
Okay, so those 2 take 5 points of acid damage, and will take 2d4 points of acid damage at the start of their turn until they take an action to pull the acid off of themselves.
Okay. So
The one
5 points
the one in front of me will take 3
of acid damage and 2d what?
2d4.
At the beginning of each turn.
Yep.
And then the one in front of you, what now?
We'll take 3.
We'll take 3.
So each creature in the line must succeed on the Dex saving throw or be covered in the acid for the duration. The duration is concentration up to a minute. So it is a concentration spell.
Okay.
For a minute. So they're covered for the duration or until they use an action to scrape or wash the acid off.
Okay,
So,
gotcha.
So they actually have to eat up an action to get it off of themselves.
Okay, gotcha. All right. Okay, and that's you?
And that's me.
Okay. So we have this guy is dead. This guy is dead. Okay. So the one next to you will go first. He is going to attack. Oh, yes, thank you. 2d4 or 1d4.
Okay, so it's the start of his turn. He does need to. Let me go ahead and roll that damage again.
Wait, so the one that saved still has to do the ongoing damage?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wait, hang on.
Oh, yeah, and you would roll it, not me. I don't know what I'm doing.
Oh, no. He would. So that one would not. No. You're right.
Okay. So that's going to be above a 20. So I assume that's going to hit, and seeing as you just tried to acid splash him, he is going to be aiming for you. So that's going to be 5 points of piercing and 7 points of acid.
Jeez, sorry, Teflon, I tried.
Or poison. And then the
so
other
12
guy...
total. I need. Hang on. Let me do 2 things here. So the first Constitution saving throw is a natural 20. That's me staying awake. Woo! And now the Constitution saving throw, 17 to maintain my concentration.
Good deal. Good job.
Oh, right. Wait, those would have both been higher. Never mind. It's fine. It's fine.
But you're good either way.
I'm good either way. Yeah.
All right.
I mean, the natural 20 is gonna make anyway, and the 17 would have gone to 23, I think, to maintain concentration. So I'm fine.
Let's see. Thea, a 10 does not hit, right?
A 10, no.
Okay.
So that one was that one of the ones that was covered that I hit? No, it probably wouldn't have been. Never mind. Well, let me know what.
Yeah, not that one.
And all of these should be minus a d4 except one of them.
Oh, minus a d4. Thank you. So that's going to be. So that one would have missed even without the minus the d4. This one would be an 18, is now a 17. Does that hit you, Eden? Sorry. Yeah. Okay. So that's going to be 2 points of piercing.
Okay.
9 points of poison. All right. And then the far side one is he's going to close in towards Eden and take a swing and miss.
So whichever one of those that I hit with the spray takes 3 points of acid damage at the start of its turn.
Okay, so that's the last one. Takes 3 points?
3 points of acid damage, yes.
All right. Good deal. Okay, that's going to bring us back up to Callan. who is going to turn to the closest one, which is now the one next to Tevin and Paul.
And Callan is going to take 5 points of acid damage.
Poor Callan. That's okay. He has a decent chunk of hit points. He's fine. 3. Okay. All right. So he's going to turn and go for the closest one that's attacking you right now. Oh, this is going to be good. Okay. So, and he's going to take... he is going to slash and hack and dump another smite. So you see this man like glow and just this depth charge of energy kind of just pulse through this spider, and Callan's eyes glow. And that was going to be... And that hurts that spider a good chunk. It's still up, but it looks like it's not gonna be for long. Oh, wait. Paul, did we... I just skipped a bunch of people. I'm sorry. Like, Eden, did you have a turn? After the bad guys went?
Am I after the bad guys?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, you're right. Wait.
I think I missed you and Paul. I'm sorry, guys. So we'll nix that. We'll just add that to whatever the rest of the things you guys just do are, because I don't think that's going to change much in what he would do. I don't think that's going to mess with my bookkeeping. Backtrack, rewind, Eden. Sorry. I have this gap there and didn't look past the gap.
So, I need to make a con save to see if I keep my spell up.
Magis.
+4. Okay, yeah, 20. I took 12. So I only needed to make a 10. Okay, yeah, we're good.
Awesome.
Then we're going to go ahead. So he's going to drop his dagger and pull out his sword and just make one slash at the one that's right next to him. Okay. Which is one of the fairy fired ones, yes?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. I assume a 12 misses.
A 12 does miss.
Okay. And a 21. So, because this is the death marked one, he's also going to activate his death mark.
Awesome.
So that's going to be a d8 plus 5. Okay. So d8 plus 5 plus the rapier is d6 plus... Okay, so that is 16 points of damage in total.
And this is the one right in front of you?
Yep. Okay. And if it makes a difference, 2 of that was necrotic damage.
Oh, it does not actually. And you said how many? Sorry.
Total of 16.
Total of 16. Okay. Oh. Can't math. There we go. Okay. Good job. All right. Paul.
And,
sorry.
Sorry. Bonus action. Mm-hmm. He's going to give Paul a bardic inspiration.
Awesome.
So as he's sort of flicking closed what he'd opened before to do the bane, he just flicks one, and there's just this deep rumble note from the largest of his bells. Anyway, and you will have a bardic inspiration.
Thank you.
Get that nice, like, let's get ready to rumble thing going on.
What is that? D6?
8.
D8?
Nice.
Okay, perfect.
All right. And now it's your turn, Paul.
Okay. Do I have one in front of me?
Yes. There is
going to die.
Do
Reckless, Great Weapon Master. Ooh, that's a good one. That's not a good one. The first one was so good. 20.
Just 20? Yeah,
23. Does a 23 hit?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Okay. Anything above 15 is going to hit.
Okay. So I rolled a damage.
Oh, man.
I mean, it's okay. I still got, still 17 points.
That's still a respectable amount of damage.
Well, that's the Great Weapon Master part.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that plus 10 is awesome.
So, still alive?
It is.
Extra attack. Natural 20.
Oh, heck yeah.
For, almost lost my dice. 18, 25, 25 points of damage.
25, all right. Now, have you rolled a nat 20 with this before? Because I feel like that should be higher. So, you do the full...
I doubled my dice, and then I get my +6.
Okay, so usually the way that we've done it is that you take instead of doubling your roll, you do like the max amount on the first count of the dice and then roll. So instead of just doubling your roll, you're getting max out of one of those sets.
Oh.
Yeah. We like to be a little bit extra
generous.
That's our house
roll. We like that one.
Okay, yeah. Sure.
That way, even if you do roll like ones in there, you're still getting some sweet stuff off of a nat 20.
Okay. Well, then in that case, it would be it would be 27.
27? All right. Okay. And that's gonna be enough to put that one asunder.
Is there another one alive?
There are actually still 3 alive. One is with Thea, and 2 are over by Eden.
I will go to... Who looks worse off, Eden or Thea?
I think Eden has taken more damage. I don't know. They might be pretty similar.
Okay, I am running. How far away is Eden from...
Oh, Thea, actually, are you still restrained?
Movement to interpose myself between Eden and spiders.
Okay.
And then I will take my extra attack.
Go for it.
I killed one, so I have another attack.
Do it.
Okay. That's cocked. Oh, that is not a good roll. Does a... Oh, that might be enough. 15? 15's the button,
yes.
Right?
Yep, okay. 15's the button.
And that is 10 points of damage.
10 points of damage. All right. Still up, looking real rough.
But I would like to be in between the spiders, Eden, so they have to basically get through me to attack Eden.
Okay. So now we have a Paul there. All right. Good deal. Nicely done. Now Callan will go. And the thing that he did before, we're just going to transfer that over to the one in front of Thea. So this incredibly perturbed-looking fellow just comes over and depth charges this this spider in front of you, glowing a bit as he does so. And just this halo of gold in his eyes lasts longer than everything else. You can kind of smell singed spider as it happens a wee bit. Yeah, it's a little gross. It's a little gross. And that is going to do a significant chunk of damage. He's still going to be up, but he will be real unhappy with his life choices. Okay. Good deal. Which brings us back to you, Thea.
Sweet. I will Eldritch Blast that spider.
Do it! Kill it dead, kill it dead.
Oh yeah, that's a 19 plus stuff.
Do it, yeah!
19 plus stuff.
19 plus stuff. You didn't even need the stuff. You hit it without the stuff.
And then that spider is hexed, so I get extra. Bless you.
I'm so sorry.
That's okay.
I was trying to get to the mic to move it, and it didn't work.
That's it. You ruined the game for me. I'm walking out. I'm done.
Done with you.
Can't do it.
17 points of damage.
Sorry about that. I got a weird text message in the middle of that. How many points?
17.
Yeah. Is that going to be enough to... Yeah. You're going to... How do you want to do this, Thea?
Yay! I finally got to do something. I want, like, the Eldritch Blast to, like, break through the side of it and go into its belly and just, like, boom from the inside.
Yeah.
So, yes, you have microwaved spider now.
Yeah.
Love it. Very, very good. Which leaves the two over by Eden and Paul. Teffin.
Use my bonus action to move Hex
to
the one in front of...
One looks really hurt, one does not look hurt at all, if that matters.
The one that does not look hurt at all. And I will give it disadvantage. Is that... Who's in front of that one?
Well, currently Paul is right in front of that one because he's kind of put himself between both of them and Eden.
Okay, I'll give that one disadvantage on strength.
Okay, minus strength. Okay. Good deal. Awesome sauce. All right. And now, Teffin.
All right, so the one in front of me that was fairy fired is no longer there, or is it still there?
It is dead.
It is dead. The other one that was fairy fired, is it still alive? Or is it dead as well?
One of them, yeah, the one that looks real rough was one of the fairy fired ones. So okay. He is still up. The other one is not fairy fired.
All right. Well, then I am going to sort of throw my chest out and I'm going to hit him with my lightning bolt. My lightning launcher.
Yeah, Zeus. Hit him with that lightning bolt.
All right. That's going to be a 22 to hit.
That will definitely hit.
And it is going to deal 8 points of lightning damage.
Oh, almost.
And once on my turn, when I hit, I'm going to deal an extra 1d6.
Yeah.
Okay, so you did 8 points of lightning damage. And you're going to do another d6?
Plus another 4.
Oh, he's so close to being dead.
So that was my first attack. I get a second.
Yep, you're probably going to kill him.
That's going to be a 26.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that'll hit.
For 5 points.
He's done.
And so the beam sort of shoots out from... So there's the first beam, and it shoots out, and it connects. And he sort of... There's these little dancing... lightning bolts all across his body from all the little hairs on the spider body, but he's still up, and so a second jolt blasts out, sort of illuminating the space that we're in as it comes, and it takes him right between the eyes, and it dances right down his body to his abdomen, and it all sort of gathers there, and his abdomen starts to glow a little bit, and then it just sort of explodes.
Nice. All right, so that one is down for the count.
I hate spiders.
Calvin sympathizes. All right, so that leaves one still up who is barely hurt. And he is going to try to attack and probably succeed, but it's going to be the last time he succeeds anything, I have a funny feeling. So he rolled a 4 anyway. He's not hitting anything. So yeah, he's his buddy just blew up all over him and threw all of the goop covering him. He just is like blind swinging, nothing hits. Yeah. So that brings us back to Eden.
Okay, so there's 3 still up, right?
Nope. There is 1 still up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you guys have, in very quick succession, dominoed them. Once it started, it's been exploding spiders everywhere.
Sounds like a card game. So he'll go up to the last one, sword still out, and just take 2 quick slashes at it.
Go for it.
And I think... Come on. Okay, so the first one's gonna miss, and the second one's gonna miss.
Oh no! So Paul, you watch Eden just like, and there's like no contact made. And it's your turn.
I'll walk by and just kind of like gently put Eden to the side and be like,
Okay.
Let me show you, Eden. I got it. Great weapon master.
Thank you.
Reckless. I might. Oh wait, I got bardic inspiration. I'm gonna go ahead and use that.
Yeah, D8.
Okay, so 5. Okay, so yeah, that'll hit. That'll be 22.
Oh yeah.
So, that'll be 24 points of damage.
Very nice. Keep them
Still
coming.
alive?
Yeah, he's still up. This one had actually not taken any damage yet.
Okay. This one is a hit for 14 points of damage.
Good deal. Still up.
And I think that's all I can do.
All right.
Yeah, extra
Okay.
attack. Yeah, that's it.
So Callan is going to come over and do 2 swords. They will both hit. He's gonna reserve any other smiting he might have for just in case something else crawls up from God knows where and attacks him. So that's gonna end up being... Oh, he's looking really, really rough now, but he's still up. Just barely. Which brings us back to Thea.
Brass. That's what I got. That is a 19 and a 12.
All right, so the 19 will hit.
Okay.
And it's probably going to be enough. He's real close.
7 points of damage.
Yep, how you want it to look.
Microwave spider.
So each time this happens, like Callan gets progressively more grossed out by it, but still functions. You can kind of see like he kind of takes his glasses off and tries to wipe them on his clothes, and it just makes it worse and puts them back on. It prestidigitates himself like slowly, little bits at a time, and you can
teach me this.
Yeah, he'll reach over and like wave over you and start kind of cleaning things up a little bit, and says, "Thank you, my friends. I'm not fond of spiders at all, and I don't. I was not anticipating that particular encounter. Clearly." He kind of keeps cleaning himself up a little bit. Oh, I was on a mission. I'm terribly sorry. And before he actually has a chance to finish cleaning himself up, he starts taking back off down the tunnel and immediately slaps into the large guy Beryl from the night before, and they kind of in the middle of the hallway. And Beryl stands up and sees you guys and then looks over all of the dead spiders. Damn it, again. We were actually coming to find you. We received a delivery last night that you should know about. And
make it quick. Our friend is missing. Hurry.
All right. And he's kind of going the same direction that Callan was anyway. And so on the way down this tunnel, Callan is asking him like what organization he belongs to, like all of these different things, like trying to get the information. And when he finds out that they are a part of the wall, he looks over and is like, has he come down here? And starts asking about Pyron. And they have not seen Pyron, which indicates to you that what Callan thought was the lead he was chasing is going to be a dead end. He does kind of, he pulls out a stone, and as you guys slow down towards the end of the hall, he kind of cuts over to the side and kind of starts mumbling into the stone. While Beryl shows you into a room full of supply barrels. Yeah, Beryl shows you barrels. And when he leads you into this, he kind of looks sheepishly over. It's like, I might hold your stomachs if I were you. It came with a most unseemly note. And he kind of gestures over to 3 barrels that were put over to the side. The rest of these look like food deliveries, like kind of food rations, different. Now I really want to see the shorts, Steven.
Oh, I meant to hit mute.
I'm glad you didn't.
I love you. I love you so much.
Now I really want to see the booty shorts. I'm curious. But there are several. There are 3 barrels that are sitting off to the side that have been pretty much de-lidded already, but the lids are still kind of just propped there. And he sort of waves his hand over. Come on, do your little turn on the catwalk. He's gonna ignore me.
Yep.
Killjoy.
I guess we walk to the barrels.
So the prince is stuffed in one of them. Rather dismembered and floating in brine.
Hey, we found the prince.
Yeah, you did.
All right, mission accomplished.
There are 2 other bodies that are also shoved in the other respective barrels.
Do we recognize the other body?
You don't, but judging from the look of a couple of crying people to the side, you get the impression that they do. So
this is going to take some finesse and a little bit of charming. So I'm going to go walk to those people crying.
I'm gonna before as he's walking off, I'm gonna grab his shoulder and just hold him back.
Paul say anything
What?
to
I'm
him.
just gonna go ask him a couple questions.
Now's not the time, Paul.
Oh, you're right. We should probably give it a minute.
Probably a little bit more than a minute, but
How about now?
no, not
Okay.
yet.
And
So
we can hit the pause button here. I'll answer your questions, but we can
does-
kind of hit pause.
Does Callan look as though he recognizes the other bodies?
Alan is actually currently conversating with somebody via the stone. I didn't see him. Dang it!
He was very subtly moving into camera. Just what? The people that are crying, like, what do they look like? What are their?
So
What's their appearance?
one of them is a Renethri family, so similar to Beryl with the tawny skin, ever so slightly pointed ears, like big, kind of glassy, glittery green eyes, and long dark hair, kind of kept in various braidings and things like that. The other one appears to be a tiefling family. There's like one is more on the side of red. One is another one is kind of a smaller one, it's purple. And one of the bodies that's stuffed in the barrels is a blue tiefling.
Do they have any like characteristics that are like similar? Like, are they dressed? Do they look like they're not dressed well? Do they like kind of? What is their appearance?
So, as far as like how they are dressed, none of them are dressed as though they are affluent.
Okay.
The Renethri are wearing. They're not nice, but they are well made and look homemade, from very natural fibers. The tieflings kind of have the look of what you would associate with being a kind of middle class merchant family. So sort of like dressed to impress the working class, but would be looked down on by the upper class, probably.
Okay.
I'll quietly ask Barrow who were the other two. We know who the prince is. Who are the other two?
Hey, Teffin.
Yep.
Now?
No.
No.
Beryl's gonna kind of look down and turn to you so that he can whisper in your ear and not be heard especially well. They were scouts that had been sent past the cliffs, in what you think of as the wall. They were sent ahead a couple of weeks ago to investigate a couple of whispers that we had heard, and this is how they've been returned to us, as well as apparently your prince that you were searching for.
What rumors had you heard that you sent scouts that direction?
Oh, as I told you, we have been called the Wall for some time, and we have perpetuated rumors of what was behind the physical wall to try to keep the resources available and keep what we had available to us hidden and able to be circulated easily. So the fact that there used to be a monstrous being that lived there was convenient for us. The reason that people haven't ventured behind the wall in recent history hasn't been because of the monster that was reputed to live there. It's been because we have wanted people to fear it. So, apparently, now that the monster is back, and we've heard rumblings for a while that people were coming back into that area with ill intent. Those rumors have now been validated for us in the most heinous of ways.
Well, it sounds to me like you need to hire some monster.
I could not agree more, personally.
Well, good luck. And then I'd kind of walk away.
That wasn't an offer, then?
You'll have to excuse him. He's about as sharp as a blacksmith's hammer.
Oh, they're good at crushing things, at least, I suppose.
He has his skills, yes.
If you are interested in trying to catch whatever this thing is still, then we would do our best to help, and I'm sure that we could pay. At this point, I dare say that your clock is up. He kind of nods over to the prince's body.
So it would seem.
You're not necessarily on a time frame anymore, it seems, unless you fear retribution for the failure from the crown.
When we were sent to try to rescue Prince, not specifically to kill Koschei, was that part of the deal? Like, go rescue the prince and destroy Koschei?
The rescuing the prince part was the part that Maria was more concerned about. But with how timing has played out over the past few days, and the fact that other people were getting a little uncomfortably close to him, yeah, he was done. So,
No?
You have pickled prince now.
Okay. Well, as far as I can tell, we have gotten the prince back, so I guess we need to send word to the, queen and let her know that she's on the market again.
Well, the queen is dead. Prince is dead.
Oh, that's right.
The princess is...
Princess.
Yeah, she's the crown princess.
Is on the market.
Yep. Yeah. She's
but if she married in, she doesn't have any claim on the throne is the problem.
Sounds like her problem, not mine.
You're not wrong.
I have to wonder. I know it's not as easy to do with organics, but if a blade is shattered, sometimes it can be melted down and reforged.
Now, Beryl is many things. Super smart is not one of them. So he kind of lifts his eyebrow at you. And are you suggesting that we melt them down?
No. I'm suggesting there might possibly be... There might be people with skills beyond ours who could...
Yeah, exactly. We heat them up, and then we put them back together, and it melts back in together. I know what you're saying.
No, Paul. It was a metaphor, an analogy even. There might be those who have skills greater than ours who can return these souls to life.
Perhaps. Clerics sometimes. I'm not sure that we would be able to afford that kind of service here. But we could at least...
I'm fairly certain he, and I'm going to point to the prince's body, can.
I was going to say, I feel like the palace will pay whatever they want to charge.
He gives a heavy sigh, Well, that fixes one of them, doesn't it? I imagine that the...
In for a penny, in for a pound?
I have a feeling that the palace won't see it that way. About this time, Callan comes walking up, and he sort of sees the barrels open.
We won't tell them until later.
Oh, what? I left for 3 weeks. 3 weeks since I've been here on business. What? Why are there bodies in barrels? And
Crochet.
He looks over at Eden.
Check your messages, Danny.
Oh. Gotcha. She's just like, nope, don't want any part of this. Okay. So yeah, Eden is missing.
Eden isn't in the room with us?
Nope. Now, did you actually see all of this, Eden? And then leave?
Yeah. It was when they started talking about reforging blades.
Yeah. Yeah, okay.
Specifically to go ask about that.
Oh, okay, gotcha. So he's talking like, okay. In my brain, he was praying over the spiders. It was like, weird flex, but okay, man, I'm tired.
Please bless these spiders.
Oh, I save spiders. I don't know Eden's life, man.
Coral, lay down.
He was just going for somewhere where there was really recent death.
Gotcha. That makes sense. Yeah. I can... You can roll me anything that you feel like, whether it's Arcana, since you have a connection, a magical connection to her, religion, anything that you can argue, honestly, I'd be happy to accept.
So he's sort of pleading.
Okay.
Can we say persuasion?
Sure.
Okay.
Hey,
so that's
Thea?
where he's...
What?
Nope,
What
sorry.
was that?
No, go ahead, Paul.
I was going to ask Thea a question while
What's
he
that?
was rolling his dice.
Yeah, go for
ahead.
Hey, Thea,
Yes, Paul.
what's a metaphor?
A metaphor is when you compare two things. So, all I can think of are similes right now.
So, like people and swords.
Kind of.
Similes use like or as.
I was trying to think of one, but all I could think of was like she was bright like the sun, like yeah. So it's just a way to compare things to make it easier to understand. So does that help?
Yes.
Are you telling the truth?
Yes.
Okay. Hey, Paul,
I'd like to roll insight.
This is like that, I can't remember, the little robot, his name is Grim, or Gur, his name is Gur.
Oh, from Invader Zim?
Invader Zim, yeah.
24 insight.
Oh, I'm not even going to roll against that. No, Paul does not have any idea what it means, but he is going to pretend that he does and try to use it in the everyday conversation.
Okay.
I am really eager to hear how he uses metaphors. Very nice. So yeah. Eden, you kind of you smell this kind of like frankincense and myrrh and lavender kind of a scent. And as you do, you can kind of hear this voice in the back of your head. Yes, child.
I don't really know how best to address what has just happened. We've come across the body of the prince. And I cannot help but think that that is in some part my fault, as I was tasked with the killing of Cochet, and it is perhaps somewhat directly the fault of my compatriots that he was released. Death comes to everyone, but the prince and the scouts who also searched for Cochet, or searched and found Cochet, and they lost their lives for this. I guess I should say that I am something of... I am conflicted. They are talking about bringing them back. That clerics can somehow return them. And on the one hand, that fills me with revulsion, that they should be brought back. But I don't know what I should do. Should I stop this?
You kind of hear this sigh, and out of the shadows, what you see as Death steps forward. I'm not sure if that would have changed in your mind since your last conversation or not, but so they step forward out of the shadows. A very, very commanding presence, but the eyes are very kind of sorrowful as they look at you. Loss is always bound to create conflict in one's feelings, Eden. That is the natural way of the thing, too. There are ways that people can be brought back. And you already know, just in the same way that I suspect that you understand, I would not judge your actions, the weight of your responsibility in this. That is not my job. That is not within my power. I can tell you what I would imagine I would say if I were one like you. And I imagine they would be words of comfort. But that is not for me to do. That is not my role to you. And just as I can't judge that, I cannot judge the morality in pulling one away from death. I can judge that I cannot be kept away from anyone in a permanent way. I can judge when things exist without the vital parts of themselves that they need to be whole, because pieces of them have been taken. And when people manipulate me, But if a person receives a line and is willing to return, it's not my place to judge the person choosing to revive them or the person for choosing to come back. But everything has a cost, and that cost can be a weighty one. Do you understand?
Yes, I think I do. Can I pay that cost for the prince and for the past?
I don't know. Can you?
How would I know?
The magic that's required to do something like that is something that's held by very few. They would understand the material cost more than I would. But if you are willing to give of yourself, and you can find someone else who is willing to be the conduit and give of themselves, then it is a cost that could be paid. The caster has to... The caster is the most responsible party for the price. In that particular case, the energy, their life force.
Then I did not quite understand. It would not be myself that I give them.
If you became adept enough to perform the magic yourself, it would be. You would be adding to someone else's.
Nope.
No. Nope.
It is not in his wheelhouse. It is
Nope.
not a spell he can ever get.
Yep. I mean, I imagine if he decided to multi-class into something super weird, he could, but...
That's true.
So it's not completely out of the realm of all possibility, but that's not the track he's currently on. So, like, the cost for you would be of your energy, your value, your materials to the person who's capable enough.
So this is not something that I have needs to stop.
That's for you to decide. That is not a choice that I can make on your behalf. It is a choice that I will not judge. The scales are balanced in that way.
I see. Thank you.
They bow their head and kind of reach over and touch your shoulder, kind of soothingly, but it's always a little bit like it feels almost a little forced as far as the properness of it all. Like very rigid.
And I will return, and it is my wish to aid in returning them to their families.
I understand. Do what you see is right.
And then I will continue to seek Crochet. I cannot speak for my friends, but I at least will serve.
Very well. I would see this scene through, yes. Crochet evades me. Crochet needs to be stopped. And that is certain.
Thank you, my lord.
Of course. and kind of steps back and just fades.
At that point, he's sprinting back for the group.
Alrighty. So Callan, bless his heart, is trying to...
I lost your sound there.
Am I back?
There you are.
There we go. But I can't hear you.
You can't hear us at all?
There you are.
Okay.
There you are. Okay.
Okay.
I gotta watch where I roll on this ball. I keep squashing the little thing.
It's either push to talk or mute.
Yeah, I think I hit like all the buttons. There are a bunch of different buttons, and I think it just rolls over all of them. Alrighty, we're gonna tuck that in my pocket.
There you go.
Okay. Yeah, it's gonna fall out at some point. It's gonna tug. That's fine. So the families are kind of out of the room at this point. They were kind of escorted out to the side, and Callan is kind of trying to mend the bodies in such a way that it's not nearly as disturbing to see all of their dismemberedness, and hoping to be able to resurrect or something to that effect in the future with something a little less awful than just a bowl full of body parts. So yeah, he's not looking too happy about life, and this seems to be distracting him from the previous mission. He seems a little unhinged at the sight of this. He's not as cool, calm, and collected as he was previous to this.
I walk up to him and I nudge him aside. First dead body in a pickle jar. Yeah, it can be a little weird the first time.
He stammers a bit and kind of he looks a little bit as though he is turning green at this. He's struggling to kind of keep his cool seeing these bodies laid out this way. It's not like he kind of looks a little bit haunted by the whole thing.
I pat him on the back and I say, "It's okay. Don't worry about it. Happens to the best of us." So anybody else hungry? I could really kill some kimchi right now.
It's so bad. It's so bad. Wow.
What do you think she is?
What is kimchi? I don't know. Red slivers of pickles.
Well, I will go over and I will cast Mage Hand just to try to help unload body parts and assemble them.
Like kind of drag things here and there that are light enough. Okay, so you've got a jigsaw puzzle of body parts going on. You're putting back together a blue tiefling woman and a Renathri man.
I got a quarter piece here.
This makes it easier, right?
Anybody missing a quarter piece? One's an edge.
I think this matches that color. Jeez, that's grim. So
not to get all true crime or anything, but as we're doing this assembly, is there can we tell, does it look like they were killed by magic, or they were killed by getting stabbed, or?
It is a little hard to tell, because magic at this point, the signature would have faded if there was a specific spell. Nothing looks charred, So no fiery magic or anything like that. The bodies were dismembered with pretty like it was not with surgical intent, but definitely clean, kind of more surgical cuts than you would find out of like probably a melee weapon or something like that. Very very clean cuts, and very purposeful kind of dissection of things, by a very ridiculously sharp blade.
With my kind of experience of being on battlefield,
I lost you there.
decomposition a little bit, can I get an idea about how long people were dead before they got put in the pickle jars?
Yeah, I'm gonna say you could roll me. I'm trying to think what that like. Are you proficient in survival or nature?
No, I am not.
You know what? I've a medicine. I'm trying to think what else.
Medicine check?
Yeah, do a medicine check. I will give you advantage, however, for having seen a lot of this.
That's 11.
I mean, that's not awful, but it's also not great. I will say, like, you can tell that it's been in the last couple of days. You're not accustomed to seeing pickled bodies, so that throws you a little bit. But you're reasonably positive that this has been in the last like 24 to 48 hours.
That they were killed, or 24 to 48 hours into? They were killed about 24 to 48 hours barrels.
As far as like when they actually would have died.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. And I would let everybody know. I would say, hey, these guys haven't been dead for.
Yeah. So it's been a pretty brief time at least. You can't window it super well, but you can window it at least that well.
It was 9:45 p.m. Saturday.
And you said that these barrels were delivered. How were they delivered?
They were left in the front passageway with the rest of our food expected delivery.
Who made the delivery?
That part we don't know. The man that usually delivers any of the barrels of our rations, any things like that he collects, he volunteers. He's from he's from the industrial side of town to the south. So he only signed off for the 15 barrels we expected. He swore that he didn't know anything about these 3. So they had to have been rolled in unaccompanied.
When did these? Well, never mind. Paul's not going to ask these kind of questions. I apologize. Metagaming.
So just let me know whenever Eden gets back.
The spiders aren't so crazy far off, so probably by this point in time, they've had chances to go back and forth a little bit, and you'd be pulling back in by this point.
He'll drop invisibility once he's back.
Which, like, kind of shocks Callan a little bit as he kind of starts and continues to... He shakes his head and rubs his temples. You kind of see him take his glasses down for a second, and he's having to collect himself a little bit. And then goes back to work kind of on the reassembly. And... anybody who would like to, I'll say, roll me an insight check if you're kind of paying attention to how he's responding. If you don't think you would be, then it doesn't matter.
22.
22.
11.
21.
Okay. Thea, you can tell that he is... You can tell that he is upset. And it's not because of seeing, like, bodies. That part does not seem to... Like, he was handling the spiders... And he was too outnumbered, but he was handling the spiders very well. Like, the man has clearly seen some combat, is prepared. This is shaking him an unreasonable amount. You other two, he has kind of totally lost track of the fact that Pyron exists right now. He is not thinking about Pyron at all at this point.
Oh, Eden will tug on his little earring and in a single channel as opposed to the group, he'll say, Byron, are you there? Can you hear me?
You don't get anything back this time.
Then he'll go about helping to reassemble bodies. And he'll work next to Callan and say, I think you need to have your friends search for Pyron. He's no longer answering.
Oh, my gods, I'm so sorry. I've contacted a friend. I will go and meet her right away and see if we can scry on your friend. I have a meeting place for her. If I leave you this stone and I use the one that I've given her, I should have a way to contact you. And he kind of pulls the stone out from his pocket.
Speaking of stones, that rings a bell. Does anybody remember option 1? Did the soon-to-be queen or the crown princess, whatever? Didn't she give us a stone, a sending stone to keep in contact with her? I
honestly
cannot
don't
for the
remember.
life of me remember.
I
feel like that happened, but I don't remember.
It seems like it would make sense for her to do that, so I would be okay saying that it's so, because it makes sense that she would. Because else, like, how else is she going to keep tabs with you other than just, like, the Gatekeepers Guild making sure you don't go from one continent to another?
She did something so that she could track us. Like,
well,
just to make sure.
She had a mage named Henry come in and bind us to the plane.
Yeah.
So that we can't leave. But
I don't remember if she did or not, and Tevin wasn't there in the room, so...
I mean, there's got to be a way for us to communicate with her. I mean, there's no, like, there's obviously some sort of... We could talk to the guards and be like, hey, we need to get word. Her know. So,
yeah.
I feel like she gave us a stone, but I just don't remember.
I feel like it would make sense that you had a sending stone to her, so we can say that was part of your sign-on gift.
Okay. And it's likely in either Eden's bag or with Crom or Mork, because I mean, at least
got the bag.
Right. So.
Yeah.
Yes, we'll take that stone. Thank you, Callan.
I'm very sorry I distracted myself. I will set myself to seeing about retrieving your friend straight away.
We will we'll sort this out.
Keep me posted on how this goes, and if there's anything I can do let me know. I do at least have contacts all over the continent, so if if anything would be helpful that you can think of, just make me aware and I will do my best. And he'll kind of stand and straighten himself out, and he kind of looks back at the bodies and cringes a little bit and kind of sees himself out. And you can hear a couple of paces out of this space that you're in, like he takes off in a run, being quick about it.
Say, Medes, you know what to do.
And the owl will follow along.
You said there's other barrels in this room?
Yes, so this kind of looks to be a supply room, so there are a lot of wooden barrels of various rations and refreshments and...
I'm cracking open barrels looking for something.
Looking for what?
Something to eat.
Oh, you are immediately able to find, like, there are a lot of different things of, like, one's a barrel full of, like, dried and cured meats. There's one that's just, like, wheel after wheel after wheel stacked with cheeses, like, different things like that. There are wines. And the other barrel, the humanoid barrel, doesn't even seem to notice that you're doing this. He is otherwise distracted. Well, hi, buddy.
We haven't had breakfast yet, so...
Don't do it.
Yeah.
Don't do it. Nope.
Ferret in the corner.
Steph and Paul,
What? In the box.
Jerky?
No, thank you. I have plenty. This was not a good thing.
I mean, it's just jerky.
Indeed. My stomach is a little unsettled currently, considering the state of Prince.
Oh, I understand. First time seeing dead bodies in a pickle bucket?
Now that you mention it, yes.
Yeah, it gets easier.
We're going to need to inform his husband, the wife. I would like to see if we can get a cleric or someone.
I got it. You want me to take care of it? I can go tell her.
Here.
It's kind of a long walk to go tell her. My question is this, and understand I have no right to ask this of you. He was who we were sent to fetch, and once if we can get him put back together, we should. But
like a metaphor.
Yeah. My question to you is this. My favor, you might call it. I am still going to seek Koshe. I shouldn't. I have no right to ask you to join me. But I would. I will need the help.
What? To kill Koshe?
To end him, yes.
Sure. Okay.
Thank you, Paul.
It seems to me that a great injustice has been done. Those scales need to be balanced, and if Koshe's life is the one that balances it, I'm in.
Besides, I think they'll pay us if we kill this. So it's just another job, right?
If you will help me with this, I will pay you too, Paul. You can get paid on 2 fronts.
Deal.
Enough for lots and lots and lots of beer.
Beryl
don't
kind
tell
of
him that.
looks over towards you and just goes, "You'll have my sword as well." He kind of looks back down over at one of the bodies and just kind of snarls a bit.
Hey, Beryl. You guys got any pickled eggs or anything around?
Paul, not the time.
I don't know why, I'm just craving it.
He turns a little green.
Can you find us some litters, some stretchers, so that we can take these to one of the temples, perhaps?
We can do that.
So,
Yeah. Sorry.
Oh, I was just going to say, so metagame a little bit here. Is our plan to try to find someone to resurrect the prince? Is that kind of our next step here?
The prince and both of the scouts, if we can manage it, yeah.
Okay.
Thea, you have been very quiet.
There's really not a lot to say when you're the reason that Prince is dismembered and in a pickle barrel.
Wait, what did you do?
His parents are also dead because of us, though less pickled.
What did you guys do?
Yeah, what did you guys do?
Dang it.
Paul legitimately doesn't understand why for the deaths of these people.
I envy you, Paul.
Literally feels no
I missed all of that
responsibility.
because the ferret just sat on the thing, so I missed all of the thing from I heard something like Eden said something because, and then the because just cut off. So I missed everything for like the past minute.
Yeah, just that his parents are also dead because of us, just less pickled. And then Teffin said, "What did you guys do?" And Paul said, "Yeah, what did you guys do?"
What did you guys do?
You were there.
I didn't pickle these guys.
Anyways.
I was fighting spiders.
For which we are very grateful, Paul. And thank you for your bravery in stepping between me and this. Thea, will you come with us?
To Dona.
No?
No, I have to make this right.
I don't think there is any making it right. But if it will ease your conscience, as it will mine.
I understand with, your deity, this might be a little difficult for you. So if you need to sit this one out, I think that's fine. But if we can get these people to the priest that can try to bring them back, I think it's worth a go.
I will be a part of it, yes. Perhaps if the four of you would take care of getting them to one of the temples, I will go and see what I can do about collecting the coin that might be required to pay for the service.
Sure. Okay.
I'm hoping they'll take an IOU from the palace. I feel like the palace would be willing to pay for this.
Put it
I
on
don't
credit.
think an IOU will work, unfortunately.
No,
What I understand is that there is a price that's paid for the magic itself at the time of the casting. So I will do that.
Have the bodies been put on the stretchers yet?
By this point, he's gotten the stretchers in the room, but they're not actually actively loaded up yet.
Better the families that lost their people. Tell them we will get their family back.
You have access to that?
We will find access.
It's a big promise. Who's got a bag big enough to fit these bodies in? Take their
Yeah, I'm wondering how we're going to get them to the temple.
bag of holding. Who's got the holding bag?
That's
Love how disturbed
why
you were.
they're on a
Ooh.
stretcher.
Ooh.
Stretchers.
Let's use the
you know what?
stretchers, please.
We're doing this all wrong, guys. Let's put them back in the barrels. Seal the barrels up. We can roll them down there. That'll be the easiest to do it.
Beryl looks at you like he is gonna punch you in the teeth.
I really don't think they're gonna mind, guys. I'm just saying.
I will.
Technically, he is probably correct.
So I'm just gonna go over to one of the stretchers that has one of the bodies. I'm assuming probably the prince. And I'm gonna reach down and I'm gonna grab onto one side and wait for someone to grab the other end.
I go grab one of the other stretchers with the body on one, and I just start dragging it.
Drags it solo.
Aiden's gonna head for the market.
Yeah. A Beryl will go ahead and grab the other side of Teffin's.
Okay. I'm not
disguise kit, so I'm just gonna use like whatever is in that disguise kit, just material wise, to try to cover up the bodies, so we're not just like.
I figured we could like put like sheets over them or something.
I'm going
right?
to drape a sheet over him.
Oh, okay. Okay, I guess
or,
that's
or
fair.
whatever.
Have the prints on display, like as we walk through the streets.
Oh yeah, no, not doing it that way for sure. I'll put it. Make sure there's a sheet over the bodies as we go.
Yeah.
But I will say it's like I don't know. I don't know where the temples are, and I don't know which one is the right temple for this.
I got that.
So
that's an easy fix.
Paul, no offense. I think I'd rather have someone from here tell us where to go.
Oh, that's what I want to do.
No.
Hey, you! Where's the temple?
It's the family.
We gotta take these bodies to the temple. Where's the temple?
Which temple?
I don't know, the one that brings dead people back.
Excuse me?
Look, I'm not from here. I don't know where your dead people are.
Paul, stop talking.
There are temples to several gods and goddesses here.
Thea, I am nominating you as our ambassador. You do all the talking from here, please. Or Eden. Eden, either of you two. One of you two does the talking.
I'm gonna go to Barrow and ask. I'm gonna apologize to the family first. I'm very sorry about my short friend over here. He's just very direct and doesn't. I think he's autistic. I'm gonna be honest.
Oh, damn!
He doesn't get social cues at all. So I'm very sorry.
Someone surgically removed his filter.
Yes.
I'm so sorry for your loss. We're gonna try to do something about it. Okay, we're gonna see what we can do. And I'm gonna go over to Barrow and ask him, is there a temple to a deity that has something to do with death or life or resurrection or
Justice.
There are several temples throughout the city. There's the Temple of Jolene is kind of a catch-all. There are many gods and goddesses that are worshipped there as a subset of the Titan herself. There is also a temple of life and death on the other
That
side
sounds
of the
promising.
avenue. The other side of the avenue from that is available. That is a possibility. Looking over my map, seeing what all there are. The Temple of the Twins wouldn't quite work. Those would be probably the two that would jump into his mind just right off. There are many smaller temples. Those are the two largest here, where probably there would be the most access to such things, although I personally have only ever heard rumor of
of life and death seems like a good place to start. Would you be able to guide us there?
Of course, yes, I'll help you find your way. And he'll kind of straighten himself out and join you as you go along. And are you guys so Eden in the market? Are you doing anything specific in the market? Oh, you're performing.
Well,
What are you?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Are you going to
So
prostitute
he,
yourself? Is that what the
Wow,
deal
chicka,
is?
wow, wow. I don't think he'd make as much money as a prostitute as he does just a
Fun.
musician, man.
Right? Yeah, he does
He
pretty good
cracks
as
it
a
up.
musician.
well, he was considering selling his sword, but he's decided he's actually gonna use that in the. So he is going to try to draw a crowd as fast as possible by using major image,
All right.
and he's going to start a song, and he's going to basically.
We lost you.
Yeah, I lost.
Oh! Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, he's just gonna try to draw as big a crowd as he can. He's going to sing a song. He's going to sing as he plays a song, rather, about a dragon. And so he's going to start with major image, and he's gonna bardically inspire himself. Then major image, the story of a dragon and its fight against an angel. He doesn't actually, because he's new up here. He doesn't really catch that, but it would be.
You keep breaking up, so I'm missing things in there.
Okay.
You were doing
Now,
really good for a minute.
is that any better?
I think it was when you were leaning back.
Probably, yeah. Here, let me hit the right button here.
I'm not sure if it's just like the
There we go.
the
Is that
speech
better?
sensitivity. I mean, it sounds fine now, but it sounded fine when it was picking up before. It's just every now and then it wasn't picking up.
Okay, I turned on some noise canceling, so I'm hopeful that'll help
Gotcha.
with bleed out. So he's going to tell the story of a dragon and its fight with angels. He doesn't really know the significance of that because he's new here, and so he doesn't make that connection that it might be potentially problematic. uh, um, anyway, so it's sort of a think like a biblical story from Earth, where the dragon is supposed to represent Satan, and the angels win out in the end. But anyway, he's going to make the dragon with major image and some minor illusion stuff for the angels and things. And he's going to make it as big as he can. And he's trying to cover as much of move it across the whole market as he sings and as he plays. And he's going to try to bring in as many people as he can and suck them all into this.
All right. Go ahead and roll me a performance check at disadvantage.
Okay. There was a weird echo there for a second.
Yeah, I got it too. Oh, there it is again. I don't know why.
Okay, so performance check with the bardic inspiration. All right, so the first one is a 24, the next one is a 26, so 24.
All right, so you can definitely tell that there are some faces. I don't know why that's happening, sorry. You can definitely tell that there are some faces in the crowd that do not know what to do with this. Like, they're kind of like, is this inappropriate? I kind of feel like this might be inappropriate, but I don't know how to feel about it, but it's really good. They're conflicted about how they should feel about this. Particularly the Renethri in the crowd. They're a little like, propaganda question mark? It's the show is so good that you pretty well win over the crowd. Even the ones that are kind of confused by it seem at least impressed by the performance itself. And I will say, like, this is still early yet for the market. It's not super well populated. So roll me a D100, and you'll rack up that much for the morning hour.
73.
Okay, yeah. So you'll get that much for the morning hour. The first morning hour, anyway.
So once that story plays out, he'll take a break to drink, and he'll actually be drinking from his wine flask a little bit, and after his first story, seeing that it wasn't, and not quite understanding why, he's gonna go for something different, and he's actually gonna play the song that he and his Battle Down Below.
Missed the play the song that you blah blah blah
sorry,
Battle Down Below.
Yeah, the song he wrote about Paul and the Battle Down.
Oh, okay, about Paul. Gotcha. That was the part that cut out on that one. All right. Sorry.
And actually, towards the end of this heroic tale of Paul, he's actually going to have essentially superimposed Paul in an image. And he's going to take, since the party isn't here, he's going to take 2 running steps. And he's going to kick out his wings. And he's going to fly up to do battle with Paul and lose. And come crashing back to Earth.
That's pretty awesome. So we'll keep that performance check. Go ahead and roll me another D100 for the second hour there.
What did I roll the first time?
70-some.
73. I rolled a 77 this time.
Oh, okay. So yeah, you'll add that. Paul, as you guys are carrying bodies, trying to be reasonably covert, through the most direct path is kind of beside the yellow brick road, past the mayoral mansions, and behind the temple cemetery by the Temple of Holain. This does mean that you pass immediately adjacent to the Vanishing Market, which is currently where a show is playing out that involves you being a badass hero. And there are people in the crowd who happen to look over from the side. They see the same image, like the same person that was just superimposed into the audience. They see you carrying something. They're not really registering what's happening here. And you hear all of these people like, "Oh, it's him! It's him! Look at that! It's him! That's it!" And all of the sudden, you have these people like fangirling around you as you're dragging this dead body behind you on a stretcher.
How close are they getting to me? Like, do I see them like coming at me like aggressively? Like, are they coming at me quickly or?
They seem to be more.
What's the scene look like?
They seem to be more curious about you than anything at this point. They're just kind of like checking you out, and you can hear them whispering like, "How? What do you think he's like? Like, what do you think that he's really that big a hero? Do you think that he's that kind of person?" And as they get closer, excuse me, like, little. Did you think the more polite version of the Beatles concerts? People were like, falling all over themselves and whatnot, like having to fan themselves. Please don't jump off the table. I will just put you on the floor. But yeah, they don't seem aggressive. If anything, they seem a little timid to actually come up and talk to you, but it's very clear that they want to, so they're like edging ever closer, trying to work up the nerve to talk to you.
As Paul kills a bunch of innocent people.
Yep. It'd be like if Tom Holland went off at FanX or something like that and just started macheting the crowd.
We could just load them on the stretchers and come to the temple and be like, "We need you to revive all these people."
Yeah.
Eden, you're gonna have to do a lot of performing.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep.
was already
I'm
true.
gonna keep walking, and if they start getting close enough, be like, "What do you want?"
Are the stories true? Are you really? Did you do all those things down below? You're a hero, right? You were the hero. Like what specifically was in the song? I forget about.
Well, we didn't actually write it yet. Although I am still planning on it, but I think Paul's gonna have to tell us what's gonna be in the song.
Yeah. What
Is
heroic?
it stories about like Paul's exploits in the past, or like since we've been around, like since we've been playing this game?
No, so it's stuff from before.
Oh yeah, it's all war. Like that's it. Just bloody war after bloody war.
But it definitely puts you in a really heroic light.
Yeah, a hired mercenary who fights where he's needed. So, I guess I don't know. You could talk about the with Captain Hook. That was a pretty big battle that I was in. And then I don't know, Danny. You know more about kind of the stuff that. So
yes, so she's gonna be like about the forgetting and fighting with Captain Hook and all of these. Like they're really excited to know if all of these things, like you really did all of this. This is like that's really what happened.
Yeah, it's my job.
That's your job is that you're a hero. That's so cool. Where are you going to fight now? Where are you? What is that under the sheet?
No, we gotta take these dead bodies to a temple.
Ladies, can we get everybody to step back, please?
Dead bodies.
We are on dead bodies is code word, and I can't tell you what it's for because then I'd have to kill you. But we are on a secret mission.
Roll me a deception check.
Get on out of here.
Roll that deception check. I want it to work.
Guidance. What is that? I think it's a D6.
Oh, it probably is going to be good.
It's a D6 or a D4. What is it? A D4.
I would roll the 6.
I wish I could roll the 6. Okay.
I'm concerned. She doesn't look sure.
I thought it was a 1, but it was a 7, so that's better.
Yeah, you're probably gonna pull ahead in this.
Hold on. 18.
Oh yeah, yeah, they are thoroughly convinced. Like, there are a couple of people that kind of side eye a little bit, and they're like, "Dead body is a code word, and there's a lump under a sheet there." But for the most part, like, once the other people start going, "Oh yeah, that makes sense, that makes sense," they just "Oh, okay, apparently we're believing this now." And just kinda they sort of part the ways and
You
say,
guys want to help? I could use a hand here. I got another side.
"We can help!"
Yeah, just grab the back end of this.
Top secret mission.
What
We
smells like?
can't endanger them by getting them involved.
Okay. Oh, okay. Like, what smells like pickles? Kind of. She yelling about the top secret mission is kind of enough to make them part the sea, and you're able to continue on down past the pathways and around to the temple cemetery. But yeah, it causes quite a kerfluffle. It's great fun. So I think that you will arrive at the Temple of Life and Death. And I feel like, seeing as it is past midnight for you guys and past 11 for us, and I've been tired anyway, that might be a good spot to kind of call it for the night.
Yeah, I was going to suggest that. We've been almost 3.5 hours, so that's a pretty good session.
I can't word anymore. I couldn't word when we started this, and I feel like it's only getting worse. So.
No, I think you did great.
Sounds good. Sounds like
I
a
I
good
don't know what
place
you
to
guys are
stop.
talking about. I could do this all night, causing problems and making it weird and awkward for everybody.
I love it. I love it so much. You guys are so
Paul,
much fun
your
to play
Jason
with.
is showing.
I love it.